It's the Iowa High School Athletic Association State Swimming.
Welcome to Iowa City. We're on the campus of the University of Iowa here for the boys state swimming coverage live on KCRG 9.2. This is a campus recreation and wellness center here. We got the natatorium already this afternoon for the Iowa High School State Swimming Championships presented by Farm Bureau. This session will feature the meet will feature 11 events, including some Paralympic events and relays. The session today will be prelims, so today you'll see the top 32 individuals in the state that qualified from our district meets last weekend duke it out and try to get 16 spots for the finals. 9 through 16th will be in the B final, and then 1 through 8 coming out of prelims today will move on to the A final. And that's where your team scores will come into play tomorrow. 1 point for 16th place, and then that's graduated all the way up to first place points. Again, I'm your host for today's action, Coach Don Spellman. Joining me is former Newton coach Sarah Patterson, and we will be looking at the first heat today, the 200 freestyle.
With the 200 freestyle prelim, state record time is 1:35.68 in Francis of Ankeny. In 2020, All-American time is 1:37.93. All-American consideration is 1:39.57. In lane 1 from Iowa City West, Joey Cairns. Your heart is racing under attack. In 2 from Ames, Jonathan Reichen. In 3 from Dubuque Hempstead, Niall Conley. In 4 from Dowling Catholic, Kate Canningsville. In 5 from City High, Nick Polyak. In 6 from Linmar, Ruan Ragwani. In 7 from Davenport West, Drew Leibold. And in lane 8 from Sioux City, Leo Wheelock, Mr. Starter.
Got it.
Joey Cairns in 1, Jonathan Reichen in 2, Niall Conley in 3, Chase Canningsville in 4, Nick Polyak.
So this is your first heat in the pool. 200 freestyle underway. First of 4 heats. This is brought to you, first heat, by the Farm Bureau.
We've got 3 freshmen in this heat. That's exciting.
These are the last 8 qualifiers. So what you're going to see, these guys were the last 8 to get in the meet, and then the next 3 heats will be circle seated. So this is kind of the wild card heats. These are the guys that got in that are kind of looking to scratch their way into that A or B final. The other heats we're anticipating where the majority of those A and B finals will be coming from.
Right. Looks like the early leader in lane 2, he is a senior from Ames, so we can bank on him having a lot of swim experience here. Jonathan Reichen.
Ames a little motivated this weekend. It's Coach Joe Fisher's retirement party.
I heard that.
Yeah. He's younger than me, so that's making me feel old. But he's been a longtime assistant there, and then took over after Dan Flannery passed away and kept this program moving.
He's done a great job.
And that continues to do so here with a 50 to go. It looks like Ragwani there making a move for Linmar over in lane 6.
Nice long stroke there in lane 6. For non-swimming folks listening, this is like the 400 in track. I mean, their arms, their legs, their lungs, everything's burning right now.
Even like the 800, if you think about the
400 to 800
time duration.
Either way, it's
closing up.
You're
here.
You're right.
Second spot's going to be a battle. Looks like
he's
going to hold on there. Looks like 149.62.
Nice time drop. Qualified at a 151.
Polyak from Iowa City High here in town is going to get that second spot, and then Ragwani, one of my club swimmers there for during the rest of the year, from Linmar is going to grab third, 150.39. Let's keep an eye on those times. 149.62. That might see some action here tomorrow. Those 150s are going to be on the bubble based on results from last year as we get ready for Heat 2.
Heat 2 of the 200 freestyle prelims.
All men have secrets and here is mine, so let it be known. For we have been through hell and high tide.
In lane 1 from Ames, Jack Fowler.
And yet
In 2 from Cedar Falls, Gus LaRue.
lightly thrown.
In 3 from Waukee Northwest, Luca Fisher. In 4 from Sioux City, Carson Hope. In 5 from Linmar, Riley Siren. In 6 from Waukee, Drew Dickey. In 7 from Spencer, Oliver Miller. And in lane 8 from Cedar Falls, Jack Cullen, Mr. Starter.
So there's your high V lane assignments there. Moving into the second heat of event. It's going to be event 2. First individual event of the meet. Tomorrow we'll feature the 200 medley to start action off. But great intro song there by our PA announcer, Corey Hars. A little flashback to the Smiths, one of my favorite bands. This fastest qualifier, that's third fastest qualifier overall, is Carson Hoke there out of Sioux City West. He's seated at 140.62, so that was his third fastest time coming in from last weekend, and he's not laying back here, is he, Sarah?
No, he's not. He's got a lead in. I love watching his ability to get into that turn. He just kind of dives underwater almost, and he's making up ground or gaining ground, I should say, on every turn.
Good point. He's using that head as
Watch
momentum.
that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, a little Sun Yang double breath going into that one there.
Hey, he's doing the 200. I don't blame him. But we got guys hanging right there on his heels. Lanes 3 and lanes 5, Luca Fisher and Riley Siren.
Yep, Riley Siren there from
Siren.
Linmar. And Luca Fisher is the nephew of Joe Fisher.
Okay.
So his dad, Jeff, has been a long-time swim parent in the Des Moines area, lives out in the Waukee suburbs there.
Lane 5, the junior from Linmar, is demonstrating kind of that hang on that lane rope and
the
draft a little bit off the lead guy.
It's going to be Carson Hoke. Wire to wire here.
140.1 it looks like.
Looks like Luca.
Dropped about a half a second from his
it's going to be Drew.
district time.
So Siren for second. Drew Dickey from Waukee gets in there for third.
Oh, did he sneak in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fisher's going to sit in fourth with a 142.96. Strong swims there from lane 4 and 5, though. Good time drops. That'll play into the team race here, as we'll kind of talk about that before we go to the first break. But Linmar is going to probably see some points out of that one from Siren tomorrow. And we're getting ready for Heat 3, the introductions from Corey Hars in Heat 3. Yeah, do you want me to do that before the start?
On their way to the blocks is Heat 3 of the 200 freestyle prelim. In lane 1 from Dowling Catholic, Rob Beecher. In 2 from Valley, Drew Emanuel. In 3 from Valley, Eli DeYoung. In 4 from Cedar Rapids, Washington, Peter Whitnebel. In 5 from Southeast Polk, Desmond Ortega. In 6 from City High, Philip Barry Stokes. In 7 from Southeast Polk, Alexander Hannon. And in lane 8 from Ankeny, Sam Howard, Mr. Starter.
So here's your high V lane assignments. I'll go through those right after the start here. Beaker in 1, Drew Emanuel in 2. Eli DeJong in 3, Whitnebel is in 4.
Peter Whitnebel in 4, Desmond Ortega in 5, Philip Barry Stoltz in 6.
Ortega in
Gary
5,
Hammond is
Philip
in
Barry
7.
Stoltz in 6, Hammond in 7, and Howard is in lane 8. Good representation from a good cross-section of schools here.
All right.
Looks like your early leader, that's going to be Whitnebel from Limar.
It's pretty tight right now. He didn't have the greatest start. He came up about a foot behind, but attacked right away. I mean, I could just see his stroke cycle was,
Actually,
he was pushing it.
I should say he swims club at Limar. He swims for high school for Cedar Rapids Wash.
Okay.
So that's
Well, he's your only guy under 140 in this heat, so I'm sure he's looking to establish himself.
yeah, he had a big swim last weekend up at that Limar district and,
Right.
and won that first time under 141.
Okay, that's
So this is a
huge.
four-way battle here. We got DeJong
Oh, we got
from
a
Valley.
lane 6.
It's
Barry
Philip Barry
Stoltz.
Stolzel from City High just down the road. He's
Stolzel.
going to take over here with a 50 to go.
He has got a long stroke. Holy smokes.
Philip's looking to swim Ivy League next year at Cornell. Oh, wow. Ortega, too. He's got a good finishing kick. Now, Desmond, it was a difference between this or 2IM possibly swimming that. He's junior national level swimmer in the IMs and backstroke and freestyle here. But coming up there, that's Eli DeJong. I think he's going to take this heat.
And he did.
Yeah,
139.70.
Whitnebel for second. Barry Stolzel's going to hold on for third. Wow, so fourth in that heat was 140.6. So this will be significantly faster to try to get into that top 16 this year.
Yeah, huge time drop from lane 6. Barry Stolzel. And you could see the difference in stroke rate and stroke tempo in that heat for sure.
Yeah, and Philip uses that
That
hip-driven, body-driven, and then
loping.
you saw the body-driven there at the end with the straight arm.
Right, right.
He picked up something from my coaching. So good job for Philip.
I always look for efficiency in the 2 and the 5 guys.
Yeah.
It seems like they are able to pull it out at the end and hang on in the 5 for sure.
Well, today's swimming the 100.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas
okay.
Whitnebel's swimming the 5 too. You'll see that later. And here's your final heat. We'll turn it over to Corey Hars.
Heat 4 of the 200 freestyle. In lane 1 from Ankeny, Wilson Post Ojeda. In 2 from Lidmar, Peyton Adair. In 3 from Valley, Will Van Zee. In 4 for Carroll, Keegan Renzi. In 5 from Iowa City West, Hudson Huber. In 6 from Dubuque Hempstead, Logan Westhoff. In 7 from Ankeny, Jake Smith. And in lane 8 from Ames, Owen Vanderlinden, Mr. Starter.
Fourth heat in the pool. Lane assignments today are presented by Hy-Vee. Lane 1, it's the final heat. That's Puss Ojeda. Adair's in 2. Will Van Zee from Valley's in 3. Tegan Renzi, your fastest qualifiers, in 4. Hudson Huber in 5. Logan Westhoff in 6. Jake Smith in 7th. And Owen Vanderlinden rounds out your top 8.
Wow. Lane 4, Tegan Renzi is getting after it, and this is just the prelims.
Now, he was not fully tapered for last week. He is committed to swim at Ohio State and swam recently at the Junior Nationals West meet held in Austin, Texas in December. He's going to flip at 47.1. Looks like Van Zee's following there in the adjacent lane, 48.01.
Well, and keep your eye on him. He's our lead guy in the 500. He's a qualified 10 seconds faster than anybody else. So if anybody can close this race, this is him. This is a walk in the park for him, probably the 200. I think he's gaining a little bit.
Yeah, Renzi's more of a 100, 200 guy, and also a really good flyer. He kind of had the option to swim the 100 fly, but we'll talk later about that packed field for the 100 free. I think that's going to be the race of the weekend.
Oh, sure.
These two guys are still slugging it out.
Yeah, they are.
They, win
they don't care that this is prelims. I love it. I love it.
I think one might want to shut it down here a little bit, but
nope.
Top seed for bragging rights. I think Renzi's going to hold on. Yes, Renzi, 137.59.
Woo!
Check Van C from Valley. Excuse me. Yes, West Des Moines Valley. He's going to hold on there for second. 137.76. And then round out your top three. That's Hudson Huberg here from Iowa City West, formerly of Limar.
Yeah.
140.26. So packed top 8 tomorrow in that 200 free. We'll get those.
That's going to be fun.
We'll get those cutoff times and individuals that qualified to you here shortly. Again, these lane assignments brought to you by Hy-Vee. You'll see those up in the corner of your screen. And we'll be taking a short break, see with some action in the 200 IM prelims on the other side.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect water cleaner and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. Unwelcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Welcome back to Iowa City. That's the 2026 Iowa High School Athletic Association State Swimming Championships. Coverage is brought to you by Farm Bureau. We are on the campus of the University of Iowa. We are moving into the second individual event of the meet, which will be the 200 IM. We want to thanks again to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the Athletic Association's swimming championships this year. They are the sole title sponsor for the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievement on the field and in the classroom, helping nurture Iowa's future leaders. So going into the 2IM, we're going to again have 4 heats. It took a 2:06.54 to get in. And we have the defending state champ. This is one of 4 events that we have defending state champs in today, along with the 100 fly, the 100 breast. And we'll turn it over to Corey Hars.
Fraser of Iowa City High in 2020. All-American time is 1:48.96. All-American consideration is 150.99. Starting in lane 1 from Ankeny, Landon Weishardt. In 2 from Iowa City West, Evan Staber. In 3 from Des Moines Lincoln, Keegan Kraft. And 4 from Valley, Evan Gagoff. In 5 from Waterloo West, Simon Klein. In 6 from Cedar Falls, Brady Corley. In 7 from Cedar Rapids, Washington, Ethan Levisay. And in lane 8 from Waukee, Tate Kettles, Mr. Starter.
First heat, 2 IM on the blocks. So first heat today, again, brought to you by Farm Bureau. We're underway here. The 200 IM, Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of Iowa High School Athletic Association, championing youth through sports and education. Again, for these watching, people watching at home here, we're going to have the lane assignments in the corner there. That's going to be brought to you by Hy-Vee. And we're moving out here the first 50 of heat 1 underway with the 200 IM.
This event really showcases swimmers' versatility. You know, somebody might lead after the fly if they're a strong flyer, and usually they can hang on to the backstroke, but then you get breaststroke, and that can be a different animal altogether. So this is a really fun race to watch, and the turns are critical. You'll see guys that really work the walls and the underwaters, make up a lot of ground.
We just had a change there leading the 100 mark.
Right.
That's Staber from Iowa City West. He took over with a strong backstroke. Again, this first heat brought to you by Farm Bureau. State record 145.96. That's held by Forrest Frazier, who went on to swim at the University of California at Berkeley, and also had a good season out in Mesa, Colorado at the Division II level with this COVID year. Then breaststroke, we got another shift change here.
Looks like Evan
Gagoff there.
Gagoff from Valley, senior, strong breaststroke leg, and looks like
lane 8, we got Tate Kettles going after it.
Okay.
Sophomore from Waukee making a bold move there on breaststroke.
Look at that loping stroke in lane 3. We've got Keegan Kraft with a little alliteration in that name from Des Moines, Lincoln. And he's breathing toward the current leader. Oh, he has just taken the lead. Turning on that kick.
Rail splitters there, Des Moines,
Rail
Lincoln.
splitter, no breath into that wall. Coach Patterson's proud of you.
Their new head coach for this year is Ethan Johnston. He's been club coach and a high school coach for quite a while. Yeah, he's going to win that heat. Good time drop, 2:03.41.
Nice, he looks strong.
We'll double check that time on lane 5. That might have been a touchpad issue. But second, I think, was Gagoff from West Des Moines Valley, 2:04.73. Also another good time drop.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, these are the last 8 to qualify, probably tapered pretty hard to get here in most cases. So to have any time drop from this first heat, that's an accomplishment.
You're probably riding that taper for another week.
Right.
Here we come with heat 2. We're going to turn it over to PA announcer Corey Hars.
On their way to the blocks is heat 2 of the 200 IM Prelims. In lane 1 from Carroll, Landon Cadwell. In 2 from Matumba, Elliott Zemet. In 3 from Waukee Northwest, Ethan Hales. In 4 from Dowling Catholic, Ben Suthel. In 5 from Cedar Falls, Alex Engelhardt. In 6 from Waukee Northwest, Nicholas Signani. In 7 from Boone, Simon Anavnit. And in 8 from Iowa City West, Jack Tunwall. Mr. Starter. Landon Cadwell is in 1, Elliott Zemet in 2, Ethan Hales in 3, Ben Susel in 4, Alex Engelhardt in 5, Nicholas Signani in 6, Simon Anavnit in 7, Jack Tunwall.
All right, again, lane assignments today brought to you by Hy-Vee. This is the second of 4 heats underway. First of the circle-seated heats in the 2 IM. Your third fastest qualifier overall and the fastest seed here, taking him out. That's Ben Susel, Dowling Catholic. The tall, skinny sophomore there. And he's really good at the backstroke. It's front end on his 2 IM's really good. Another guy that was right knocking on the door of that junior national level. Good move by Lane,
5, Alex Engelhardt. He had great streamline off that wall.
junior from Cedar Rapids. You want to talk a little bit about that back to breaststroke turn, Sarah?
Yeah, they've got a couple options. Some guys just do kind of that regular open turn, stay on their back. Some reach for the wall and almost look like they're doing a flip turn. And
you can go right up to 90 degrees with the shoulder.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It looks like, honestly, Ben made up time on that one
Yeah.
over Alex with his choice of turn.
And his breaststroke
And
kick.
what a breaststroker, holy cow.
He's going to split 31 to Alex's 33 there, but coming up there next to him is Hales. Hales also another
Joaquin Northwest.
Another high-level breaststroker. He's splitting 30.1 on his breaststroke. Excuse me, 30.5. That three-way race right now, it's going to be Susel. I think Engelhardt's going to hold on there for second spot. And then look for Ethan Hales there from Joaquin Northwest. 156.83 there for their third spot in that heat.
Right.
Very good job for him. He went 200 last weekend, so.
That's great.
So the advantage here, though, is heat 3 and 4 get to watch that heat. So you can't be on your heels and lay back too much if you're in the second.
Right. I've been watching the Olympics, and in the ice skating, they make the best go last in a lot of events, and they get to watch everybody.
Yeah.
Good pressure.
All right, here comes heat 3.
City West, Nikolai Olson. In 4 from Carroll, Egan Cease. In 5 from Joaquin, Lathan, Schwickerath. In 6 from Dallin Catholic, Andrew Hunt. In 7 from Ames, Brandon.
Hey, for the 50, I don't think I'm going to have time to announce all the names. Here's your high V lane assignments. Third heat of 4 on the blocks. Caden Brown in 1, Jonathan Miller in 2, Nikolai Paulson in 3, Legan Sass, your fastest qualifier in 4, Lethan Schwickerath is in 5, Andrew Honkamp 6, Brandon Terry in 7, and Dylan Allen is in lane 8. In 2 links, fly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle in that order. Your early leader, that's Miller from Ottumwa in lane 2. One of 2 Ottumwa swimmers here this weekend for Coach Givok's crew.
I was reading the information. It sounds like they graduated quite a few
And then they're going to lose him
swimmers last
after
year.
this weekend.
Yeah, it's a battle of the seniors in the middle of the pool.
Now he's got sectional level swims in all 4 strokes. So this is custom made for him. Miller's always been a pretty good backstroker and breaststroker. Decent freestyler. You're getting a move here though in lanes 4 and 5. That's Schwickerath and Sass from Carroll.
The efficient breaststrokers that are also fast have such an edge. I was an IMer and I was not a breaststroker, so I always felt the agony of being passed.
I was the opposite. I sat around and waited for breaststroke and figured out who I could pick off before freestyle.
That was probably me. Yeah,
That's
Legan Cease from Carroll, senior, qualified with a 153.05. I predict he's going to
Good turn,
smash
good
that.
dolphin kick.
Yeah, he had
Got
great
through.
underwaters on this fly as well.
It's so big to do that. That's something colleges recruit for. If you can get those underwater dolphin kicks and get through that chop, that's one extra skill they can pick you up on. 154.81 for that final time there, or excuse me, prelim time for Legan Sass from Carroll. Holding on to second, that's going to be Schwickerath, 156.13 to round out your top three. Good swim by Hohenkamp over here by Dowling Catholic in lane 6.
Yeah, that heat was kind of hovering around their seed times.
We'll get a time there, probably a backup time there on Miller. Sometimes if you hit the top of that pad or you don't hit it with at least 10 or 12 pounds of pressure, the touch pad doesn't register. So we do have 2 timers and a backup time for every lane. As we move to the last heat of the 200 IM, we'll give it up to our PA announcer, Corey Hars.
Starting in lane 1 from the Duke Hempstead, Abdul Haq. And 2 from Ankeny, Jack Wall. And 3 from Ankeny, Noah Kearney. And 4 from Livermore, Parker Marco. And 5 from Livermore, Trenton Taylor. And 6 from the Duke Hempstead, Ken Dalton. And 7 from Washington, Blake Tucker.
All right. Last heat. Again, brought to you by Hy-Vee. There's your lane assignments. I will introduce them after the starter. So Uhlhach in lane 1, Walsh in 2, Carney in 3, Mako, defending state champ from Linmars in 4. His teammate Treharn is in lane 5, Dolphin in 6, Heffernan in 7, and Fry, one of the Fries, there's 3 of them here, rounds out your top 8.
So Parker is seated ahead of his next fastest person by 3-4 seconds. Don, what do you think his plan is tonight for the prelims?
Well, I'm his club coach, so I might talk
Might know
a little bit
something.
here. At juniors, we wanted to work that second 25 of backstroke and breaststroke. Now again, juniors, it was his first swim, and his turns were a little shallow, so I think they've been trying to address that during the high school season. But he's a very good butterflyer and breaststroker. He turned 50.4 there at the 100. So his big plan today, I think, is to win that heat and then possibly challenge that state record tomorrow.
Sure.
Pullouts look good. Good
Yep.
battle for second right now.
Yeah, lane 1.
Uhlhach, who was a little off last weekend, is looking pretty good there for Hempstead. And then we got Treharn, who's also a good breaststroker for Linmar, and Jake Dolphin. So it's all Linmar and Dubuque Hempstead right now. Two high schools there holding down the top 4 spots.
Neck and neck, yeah.
Parker's looking really good. Let's see if he keeps that tempo up or shuts it down. He did breathe off that wall, but he's not letting go of that kick. Still keeping that tempo up. There it is, 148.65. So
On
shots
top.
fired here in
Yeah.
the 2 IM.
Wow, 155 from Uhlhach in lane 1. Gosh, almost 7 second time drop.
Yeah, he's I think feeling a little better this week than he was last week.
Sure. And I'm sure his team is psyched up for the team race, so that always gives a little extra gas for swimmers when their teams are in the title hunt.
And that's going to be an automatic All-American time there for Parker Mako right off the bat.
Fantastic.
So we're going to go to break here again. You are watching the Iowa High School Athletic Association 2026 Swimming Championships here from Iowa City, Iowa. Brought to you by Farm Bureau. We'll be back in action here in a few minutes.
Excuse me, man. You dropped this.
We're not just lighting a stadium. We're creating lasting memories. We're not just installing a mini pitch. We're empowering youth to learn and grow. We're not just retrofitting an airport. We're creating an environment where workers can feel safer. This is why, whether it's a game down the street, professional stadiums around the world, or treasured monuments and landmarks, you always know when it's must go.
Hello, welcome back to the Iowa City Campus Recreation and Wellness Center here on the University of Iowa campus. You're watching the 2026 Iowa High School Athletic Association State Meet, brought to you by Farm Bureau. We are getting ready now for the 50-yard freestyle. Heat 1 is on their way to the blocks.
State record time in this event is 20.15, a remarkable block of Iowa City West from 2016. All-American time is 2038. All-American consideration is 2074. In lane 1 from Mason City, Zaid Hanafi. In 2 from Lindmar, Everett Burr. In 3 from Des Moines Hoover, Joseph Clyde. In 4 from Buchanan, Jacob Godell. In 5 from Cedar Rapids, Washington, Gavin Lucas. In 6 from Muscatine, Dave Alexander. In 7 from Marshalltown, Jacob Seaverner. And in lane 8 from the Valley, Evan Johnson. Mr. Starter.
Again, we want to thank Hy-Vee. There are your lane assignments here for the 50 free. Just down and back. This one's over quick.
Splash and dash.
Good point. No flash photography at the start.
Right.
Gavin Lucas with a good breakout there for Wash.
Sure. Lane 2 is not far behind. Everett Burr, freshman from Lindmar.
Now Gavin kind of chopped his breakout last week in a districts. He's one of my club swimmers, so I noticed
He must
that.
have worked on it, yeah.
I think they fixed it up because he's going to go a 21.70.
Nice.
Second spot looks like lane 1 out of Mason City.
Sophomore, Hanafi.
That's Zaid Hanafi. He's going to post a 22.15, a good drop from last weekend. Third spot looks like Lay for Des Moines Hoover, 22.20. Good to see Des Moines Hoover back at this level with Joseph Lay. They've had a little bit of a drought with qualifiers, so I know that program is happy to get a guy back to this meet.
Right. Long history at Hoover.
Heat 2 coming to the blocks.
Heat 2 of the 50 freestyle. Starting in lane 1 from Milwaukee, Mason Bradley. And 2 from Cedar Rapids, Kennedy, Brody Lamus. In 3 from Pleasant Valley, Caden Bonner. In 4 from Cedar Falls, Sam Weaver. In 5 from Lewis Central, Aaron Matulka. In 6 from Waukee, Callan Barrage. In 7 from Cedar Rapids, Jefferson, Sam Martin. And in lane 8 from Mason City, Michael Johnson, Mr. Starter.
Again, lane assignments brought to you by Hy-Vee. Heat 2. Got a couple seniors in this field and got a good cross section from around the state.
Breakout again, lane 4 right in the middle. That's why he's the fastest qualifier in that heat. Wow.
Kaden Bonner took a breath on that breakout over there in lane 3, but it's going to be lane 4.
Sam Weaver, senior from Cedar Falls. He was almost a half a body length ahead of everybody.
Sam's going to post a 21-24. Committed to go to BYU and swim next year. Also was one of those, we got quite a few guys that swam out of that Junior Nationals West meet. Sam was one of them. Second place, it looks. Weaver's going to be second. No, that's not good.
Lemos from
Weaver won that heat.
Cedar Rapids Kennedy.
Of the 50 freestyle.
I thought Bonner was second. We'll have to double check those times, but
yeah, I
had Weaver winning that heat from up here.
Yeah, we sure did.
See what the backup time looks like. Looking at third, it's Lewis Central. Matuka there over in lane 5. But again, we'll check those backup times as we move to heat 3.
On their way is heat 3 of the 50 freestyle. Starting in lane 1 from Milwaukee, Reed Christensen. In 2 from City High, Braden Collender. In 3 from Cedar Falls, Brady Hartsock. In 4 from Boone, Isaac Clark. In 5 from Iowa City West, Oliver Mikulski. In 6 from Cedar Falls, Jackson Aaron Holes. In 7 from Dubuque Senior, Duncan Freund. And in lane 8 from Southeast Polk, Brendan Hammond. Mr. Starter.
It's your high V lane assignments. Fastest seat here will be Isaac Clark, 20.71 last weekend. Here they go, heat 3 underway. Good breakout in 4.
Right,
Clark
massive
right on
dolphin
that
kicks.
start. Lane
Boone
5 right with
Senior.
him.
Oh, he stayed under and still came out on top.
Isaac Clark. Who's it going to be here?
Looks like lane 5, 20.71. Mikulski from Iowa City West. If these
hometown
times
guy.
are- yeah.
Clark gets in there for second, and it looks like third, that's Colander there, another Iowa City, City High swimmer.
Yeah.
Local guy, Braden Colander, senior from City High, is going to round out your top 3. He came in at a 21.18.
All right, Don, next heat, we've got Finn Martin, senior.
Defending state champ.
Defending state champ, 4/10 away from the state record that was set back in 2016.
Looking to swim for the Irish out there in South Bend.
Yeah,
Notre Dame next year. Oddly enough, also a good football player.
Yes.
Here comes heat 4, 50-yard freestyle.
Fourth and final heat of the 50 freestyle. In lane 1 from Boone, Brady Hyman. In 2 from Newton, Caleb Hunt. In 3 from the Duke Hempstead, Caden Stickney. In 4 from Newton, Finn Martin. In 5 from Grinnell, Wyatt Sumner. In 6 from Linmar, Maxwell Mako. In 7 from the Duke Hempstead, Henry Gilbertson. And in lane 8 from Valley, Landon 10. Mr. Starter.
Here's your high V lane assignments. Finn Martin coming in under that automatic All-American standard last week. Finn's
Great start from Finn.
one of only 3 swimmers seated under that 21 mark. Great turn, too.
Wow.
Good dolphin kicks.
Wow.
Doesn't look like he's breathing today. He might be trying for that record. The prelim here, he's going to be just off of it.
8.25 for Finn.
Sneaking in there for second right next to him. Wyatt Sumner. And then your third spot looks like Max Macau, the younger brother there, sophomore from Linmar. Max is going to post a 21.17. Wow, some fast swims here coming
Really
out of the
fast
50s.
swims. Caleb Punt from Newton. He's a junior. This is his first state meet, and he got fourth in that heat with a 21.7. Dropped a little bit of time. I got to shout him out, being a Newton guy.
We'll show our bias every now.
That's right. Well, and we have Grinnell right up the road from Newton. Wyatt Sumner did really well as well.
So we got some results here. Let's get you updated on these. So event 2, your 200 freestyle. It took a 146.71 to get into that B final. That's going to be Alexander Hammond, Southeast Polk senior. Sure, Coach Dustin Kassler's pretty happy about that. Your 2 alternates are Gus LaRue from Cedar Falls and Oliver Miller from Spencer. And then it looks like Desmond Ortega, another Southeast Polk swimmer, the junior. He's going to be your ace spot in the final. He posted a 140.66. And then we had 2 All-American times come out of their top 2 seeds. Second was Will Van Zee, the junior from West Des Moines Valley. We'll see him again, 500 free. He posted a 137.76 for automatic time, second seed. And then Tegan Renzi from Carroll, the senior, was automatic All-American time of 137.59. Neither of those guys was backing off in that heat that they were in there together. So great swims here for the 200 freestyle coming up.
And Desmond Ortega is our top seed in the 100 backstroke coming up later. So
yeah, and then we'll see Tegan in that 100 free battle. Go ahead. So we're waiting for the district awards. They're going to be handing some of those out here shortly. 200 yard IM, it took a 2:00.67. That's Nicholas Signani from Waukee Northwest. The freshman's going to grab that last spot for the B final. And then it took a 156.13. That's Lathan Schrickerack, the senior from Waukee. Is going to get your top 8 settled down. We had a top qualifier, automatic All-American time, 148.85. That's defending state champ from Linmar, also committed to swim at the University of Cincinnati, Parker Macau. So he looked pretty comfortable in that. I saw him breathing off the walls, and his breaststroke looked pretty long. So he does have something left in the gas tank, I think, for tomorrow. See if he can challenge that state record of 145.96 from Forrest Frazier, set back in 2020.
Like a district athlete of the year from each district site. Presenting the awards is President of Iowa High School Swim Coaches Association, Dustin Rose. First, from the Ames district, the award went to Finn Martin of Newton and Legan Cease of Carroll. Kennedy and Waukee or Northwest? Kennedy, or Northwest or Waukee? Waukee. Shelley's right there. Chad Derline, please report to the admin table. Chad Derline, please report to the admin table.
As Finn Martin, as a district athlete of the year, probably not a tough choice there.
Talented sprinter who also still moonlights as a football player.
From the Dubuque district, Sam Weaver of Cedar Falls.
Sam is, again, he's committed to swim at BYU. We just saw him swim that 50 free. He's going to be battling out for a spot in that 100 breaststroke top.
From the Johnston district, Southeast Polk's Alex Hammond.
Alex had some good swims last weekend and got rewarded for him there at that Southeast Polk district.
Yeah, and nice to be your district athlete at your own
The
pool,
award
too.
from the Linmar district went to Andrew Seifert of Cedar Rapids, Washington.
Andrew today is your top seed in the 100 free and the 100 breast. Was second place last year in the 2 IM in the 100 breast. So he's
from the Mason City district, Valley's
and
Will
he
Van
and Finn
Zee.
Martin could very well have the marquee event tonight, Don, in the 100 freestyle with Andrew qualifying first and Finn right behind him.
We got Van Zee getting his award
And from
there.
the Waukee District, Carson Hoke of Sioux City.
Another Hoke from Sioux City on the
Yeah.
dais here getting an award.
I was reading in the team information. I think Sioux City is now comprised of 7 schools.
Yeah, they
Is
got
what
some small
the
towns
coach wrote.
coming in there too.
Wow, that's a juggling act. At one point, we had 4 schools at Newton NCMP, and there's some challenges. I mean, it's awesome to have kids from other districts.
Congratulations to all
joining you, and
district athletes of the year.
well done, gentlemen.
Coach Eric Hoke, that's his offspring getting the award down there. Yeah, and you know, like talking to the Boone
Each year,
coach.
members of the Iowa High School Swim Coaches Association also elect a district coaching staff of the year from each district site. Presenting the awards to each head coach is once again Dustin Rhodes, president of the Iowa High School Swim Coaches Association. And first, from the Ames District, head coach Chris Mann and the coaching staff from Boone.
Chris has been there for quite a few years as a teacher in that district and a science teacher. And there's a couple kids from my hometown of Perry swimming for him this year too.
Yeah, I coached against Chris for many, many years. Great sportsmanship.
The Dubuque District recognized the Dubuque Hempstead coaching staff led by head coach Rick Lofelholz.
Defending state champ right there. Rick finally got that championship team title last year after
Some good credentials.
years of work. I was on the zones team with him back in 1992.
All right.
Fayetteville, Arkansas, Team Iowa.
From the Johnston District, the staff from Iowa City West and head coach Byron Butler.
Byron back out of retirement here. Took a few years off and started a family, and
Couldn't stay away from the pool, huh?
yeah, we got him
From
back
the
in.
Linn-Mar District, the Coaches Association recognized head coach George Duran and the Linn-Mar coaching staff.
This is George's first year at the helm of Linn-Mar. Swam out at D2 powerhouse,
From the Mason
Colorado
City
Mesa.
District,
Okay.
the Ankeny coaching staff under the leadership of head coach Dustin Rhodes.
So Dustin Rhodes gives himself an award here because he's the guy giving them out. So I brag a little bit. I gave Dustin a coaching job here in Iowa City when he was
And
in college.
finally, from the Waukee District, head coach Shelley Twigg and the staff from Waukee.
Shelley's been coaching at Johnson and Waukee area, both those schools for quite a number of years as well.
So much success in the girls on the girls' side, as well as the boys' side. A coach
that's
I really admired.
That's a talented row of people there.
Congratulations to all district coaches of the year.
Looks like black is the color of the day
Yeah.
down there for the coaching staff. So.
Lots of hours on the pool deck down there.
We'll now start the 20-minute break. Both pools are now open. Both pools now open for the 20-minute break.
I'll get the the results. All right, so we're going to take a short break. On the other side, I will give you the updated 50-yard freestyle results. Again, you're watching the 2026 Iowa High School Athletic Association State Swimming Championships here on the Hy-Vee Network.
Need money for college? Our scholarship registration is quick and easy. ISL Education Lending Scholarship is open to both students and parents.
Yeah, I think in those hundreds
Visit
and 50s, I don't know if I'm going to have time to.
iowastudentloan.org/award for details. Multiple awards are available, and you'll learn valuable financial literacy tips as part of the process. Register online today for your chance to win $1,000.
I don't get it. Why is there uneven crop emergence out here?
Great question, Jill. From what I've seen, soil compaction from your sprayers and grain carts is the likely culprit. This can hinder root penetration and emergence along field edges.
What would I do without you, Tom?
Hey, that's what I'm here for. Let's catch up later. I'm needed over in Monroe County.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel Seed pros always show up. Channel, all in.
Need money for college? Our scholarship registration is quick and easy. ISL Education Lending Scholarship is open to both students and parents. Visit iowastudentloan.org/award for details. Multiple awards are available, and you'll learn valuable financial literacy tips as part of the process. Register online today for your chance to win $1,000.
Today's live coverage on Hy-Vee Championship Network is brought to you by Hy-Vee, a proud partner of IHSAA. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. The Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the IHSAA, championing youth through sports and education.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a fifth-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Tom Keating, Executive Director of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. We're excited to have you join us for our state swimming championships.
As title sponsor of the Iowa High School Athletic Association, we're proud to support this fantastic event. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that strong farms and strong schools fuel strong futures.
Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we're able to honor students for their outstanding achievements. They are committed to your success, helping our organization provide awards, grants, and scholarships to honor excellence in athletics and academics.
Whether you're a student competing today or a fan cheering from home, we all play a role in making our state shine. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa High School Athletic Association,
congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck in the meet.
We on? Welcome back here to the coverage of the 2026 Iowa High School Athletic Association State Swimming Championships, brought to you on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. And we're sponsored by Farm Bureau today. I want to give a shout out to Sukup Manufacturing for the closed captioning today that some of you are enjoying at home from this broadcast. So getting back to the meet, we just got through the district awards. If you heard before the break, they were calling some coaches over, including Chad Darlin from Cedar Rapids. So there was a tie for the 17th spot. So the alternates have a tie here. That's Brody Lemos from Cedar Rapids Kennedy, a guy that I coach on the club scene, and then Mason Bradley, the senior from Waukee. They both posted a 21.91. So potential swim off there for the first alternate spot, and I would think that those guys are going to do that because if anyone gets sick or injured before tomorrow, that would give you a scoring swim in the B final. Now your B final looks like it took a 21.85. That's Landon Chen, the senior from West Des Moines Valley, dipping under 22 seconds there to grab that 16th spot. Your A spot, that's going to be Braden Collender, the senior from City High here, just about 5 miles down the road. He posted a 21.18. And then your fastest qualifier. Wow, we got a slew of consideration automatic cuts here. Let's go through those real quick. Isaac Clark and Oliver Mikluski, your fourth seed. Those are both consideration cuts. And then there's a tie for second. between Sam Weaver and Oliver McCuskey. There's your second spot. So they both posted 20.71s. Those are all consideration All-American cuts leading in tomorrow. And then your fastest qualifier is a defending state champ from last year from Newton High School. Who's heading to Notre Dame, Indiana, in South Bend, Indiana here for college. He's going to swim there for the Irish. 20.25. That's Finn Martin, the senior. Well, we're going to be right on that state record of 20.15 set by Mark McLaughlin back in 2016. So great race there to get into that final and be final today. God, I mean, look, it used to take like 22 to get 2 swims, and now these guys, we're going all the way down to 21.9 for 20th place.
Right.
So second swims in that were hard to achieve today. We're going to be moving into the second session of the meet here. Before we do that, we're going to look at some highlights from what just took place in your first couple prelims today. Here's some 200 freestyle highlights. This is heat 1. Again, your wild card heat, those last 8 guys are trying to claw their way into a second swim. Good time drop there out of lane 2. That was Jonathan Rakin of Ames. Seemed very excited with that swim.
And if you're watching at home, look for the finishes too, from the flags to the wall, in freestyle, in butterfly. A lot of coaches will tell their kids, don't breathe flags to wall, and you certainly don't want to do that in the 50 free. Probably not so important in the 500, but you still want to see that extra push for the finish, not taking a breath. And then, of course, Donna and I were talking about underwaters. You can see that powerful dolphin kick, sometimes called the 5th stroke. That's just fun to watch. And
it's worth money in college if
right.
you can do it well. So that was Carson Hoke winning that last heat. This is heat 3 we're watching right now. The great second half there by Eli DeJong, the senior from Valley. Sister will be, she won the 1500 free at the girls' state meet. She'll be heading to Air Force Academy, and they're twins. So Eli in action today for the Valley Tigers. And then your last heat, this was a slugfest between Will Van Zee and Tegan Renzi. Neither one of them wanted to back off here. Renzi looks like he held on there for the win.
No breath for either guy. That's going to be a fun race tomorrow.
Now, I was thinking one of them might back off, but they
didn't. No
did.
way.
They both got some All-American times there. First heat of the IM is underway on this highlight.
I think we had Keegan Kraft in this one. He had a fantastic finish on the freestyle.
Yeah,
I
he
think he was the
hung out there in second and third the whole race and then took off for that last 50. Senior from Des Moines, Lincoln. Heat 2 here. This was all Ben Susel on the front half. Great fly and backstroke.
only a sophomore.
And rail thin. Just a skinny guy.
Little straight arm finish. Looking back at the time.
Good freestyle leg on him.
That's usually one of the first things that swimmers will do, whether you're watching the state meet or the Olympics. They're looking up at that scoreboard. What was my time? We are a time-driven sport.
And times matter today.
Sure.
We're a little bit obsessive about what they swim to get into those scoring positions. Tomorrow, I think times are a big deal, but they don't matter as much as scoring points. This is your fourth heat. That was Parker Mockow from Linmar. Looked pretty comfortable the whole way. Got rid of the goatee from the last 2 weeks where I saw him with some facial hair, and I think he was ready to go today.
That should help him drop some time.
Didn't look very pressed. Looked pretty relaxed, and
especially right there at the finish. You can almost see him letting off the gas a little bit.
Trying to get under that state time of record of 1:45 tomorrow.
First heat of the 50 free. We called it the splash and dash earlier. Fastest event on the high school docket.
This was Gavin Lucas there for Wash. Good underwaters, fixed up his breakouts. I think he breathed twice. I'll probably text him and ask him later tonight. But good swim by Gavin. Going to get another shot at that tonight or tomorrow.
You can see where that start and that breakout is so critical in this event. If you get stuck in the water, or you know, sometimes you do a streamline, your hands are super tight in the streamline position. If they come apart or your fingers come apart, it really makes a difference. So
Sam Weaver, he's going to be in the final tomorrow. Gavin Lucas, who you saw before, was right in the middle of that B final tomorrow. Here's heat 3.
And whatever they felt like can go better tomorrow, they will fine-tune that. They'll think about it. They'll dream about it tonight. They'll warm up and fix it.
Probably put an iPad or some video on it, too,
Sure.
to have the coaches look at it.
The finish is so important. Just drive and, you know, stretch and turn for that finish in that 50 freestyle especially. Yeah.
There's Iowa City West swim.
He was happy with his swim.
Yeah, Oliver and Mikulski there with the best time.
All right, and we had Finn leading this one from start to finish. Just the stroke rate is incredible. Watch how long he stays underwater.
And Finn will be your fastest qualifier. Very powerful. Very powerful swimmer. Gets in the weight room for
I see him in the weight room all the
yeah,
time.
his football career too. And then the guy that won Heat 2 and the guy that won Heat 3 are going to be your tied for second. They're going into the final tomorrow. So halfway through this meet, hello there from Iowa City.
We got the 100 fly next.
100 fly will be on the way, and we'll be looking for a repeat champion, Parker Machau, who you saw in the IM swimming in that 4th heat. So we are going to take another break. Again, coverage today is on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. We are here in Iowa City at the 2026 State Swimming Championships. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Into the end zone. Wow, it's a great pull. Here again. Wants to throw deep. Has a man open. Coopsy catches it at the 10. Trucks into the end zone.
And the celebration begins here for the Grundy Center Spartans. A wide open receiver makes the catch and pulls into the end zone for a touchdown.
What a performance. North Polk goes undefeated. They will hoist the state's biggest trophy.
exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome to a new chapter in homeownership. At Northwest Bank, we understand that finding the perfect mortgage can be challenging. We pride ourselves in offering expert advice with a personal touch. We're here to listen to your needs and find the perfect mortgage solution for you. Our team of experienced professionals will answer all of your questions, explain your options clearly, and help you make an informed decision. Experience the difference and make homeownership a reality. With Northwest Bank, we are commitment you can bank on.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. And for a limited time, try the sweet heat of our new honey hot sauce. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights, only at Pizza Ranch.
State Swimming is brought to you by Cookies Barbecue. Cookies, epic sauces, and bold seasonings. Remember, smart cookies use cookies. The Iowa Bankers Association. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all. The Iowa Farm Bureau. From rural roots to statewide pride, Iowa Farm Bureau proudly supports student athletes across Iowa. And Sukup Manufacturing Company, the world's largest family-owned and operated manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment.
Welcome back to Iowa City for your Iowa High School State Swimming Championships, presented today by Farm Bureau. Just got through the 50 free prelims. We are looking to get into the second half of the meet. The 100 butterfly is lining up. Again, you'll see 4 heats. Last 3 are circle seated, and here comes heat number 1.
Event 5 is the 100 butterfly. State record in this event is a 46.89 from Lance Swanepoel of Ankeny in 2023. All-American time was 48.38. All-American consideration 49.37. Let's go with heat 1 out of 4. Starting in lane 1 from Spencer Mason Yost. In 2 from Waterloo West, Simon Klein. In 3 from Cedar Rapids, Washington, Remy Barton. In 4 from Ankeny, Sam Howard. In 5 from Ankeny, Jack Waltz. In 6 from Muscatine, Sante Diaz. In 7 from Clinton, Cameron Zimmer. And in lane 8 from Boone, Cooper Jensen, Mr. Starter.
Heat 104 on the blocks. So your high V lane assignments, that's Yost in 1, Klein in 2, Barton in 3, Howard in 4. Lane 5, Walsh, Diaz in 6, Zimmer in 7, and Jensen in lane 8. These are the last 8 qualifiers from last weekend. Pretty evenly seated. It took a 56-31 to get into the meet this year. Wow, this is anybody's race so far. Looks like your early leader, that's Walsh, slightly there for Ankeny in lane 6. tightly bunched field. Barton there for Wash coming up. See who stays down and does their dolphin kicks.
Looks like, yeah, lane 5, Jack Walsh. Sophomore from Ankeny is pulling out ahead. He's got a nice smooth stroke.
Oh, just jammed that finish a little bit. He's going to post a 53.34. Is that 53.54?
53.54.
Win that heat.
Qualified with a 54.62. That's a nice time drop.
That last wall kind of, he was swimming so fast the wall came up on him. So that's tough in breaststroke and butterfly when you do those short axis strokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to glide in, but you don't want to eat the wall either. So sometimes you got to make those little adjustments, but we'll see how that pans out. 53.54. That I might get a second swim there in that B final. Your second place, that's Barton. Good swim there for Wash, 54.14. Here comes heat 2.
Day 2 of the 100 butterfly. Starting in lane 1 from Cedar Falls, Daniel Bartel. And 2 from the Butte Hempstead, Gavin Wolbers. And 3 from Sioux City, Max Asoff. And 4 from the Butte Senior, Jonah Fry. And 5 from Waukee Northwest, Jacob Whelan. And 6 from Waukee, Mason Bradley. And 7 from Decorah, Weston Cody. And in lane 8 from Lindmar, Everett Burr. Mr. Starter.
Second heat, 100-yard butterfly. Heavy lane assignments, that's Bartet in 1, Holbers in 2, Asoff in 3. Jonah Fry, the younger Fry there, is going to be in lane 4. His brother's coming up in the next heat. Weiland in 5, Bradley in 6, Coate in 7, and Everett Bird's your last in lane 8 there, last swimmer here from Lindmar.
He's got a comfortable lead here. Jonah Fry, sophomore from Dubuque Senior. Good underwaters. We talk about that a lot.
All those Fry brothers are good dolphin kickers.
And all of these swimmers make this stroke look easy. But if you're out there listening and viewing, it's not an easy stroke. And a lot of people I know say, how do you even do that stroke? Lots of hip power. You don't want to get your head too high.
They use that head as counterweight, to their hips. Fry's
49.59, I believe, is what he swam. Dropped some time from his district.
Weiland there second, 50.45. That's Asoff from Sioux City West, 51.73 up there in lane 3. So all those should move on to swims tomorrow. Good, like you said, good drop from Fry. We're going to see his brother William, the large Fry, is coming up in the next heat. So
I'm imagining also training partners.
Yes, yeah, they swim club. There's a small, medium, and a large Fry here today. All swimming for Dubuque Senior. Here comes heat 3.
Making their way in heat 3 of the 100 butterfly. In lane 1 from Iowa City West, Alex Rowenhorst. In 2 from Waukee Northwest, Gage Harris. In 3 from the Butte Senior, William Fry. In 4 from Ankeny, Briar Pearson. In 5 from Iowa City West, Ethan Landon. In 6 from Cedar Falls, Brady Hartsock. In 7 from Dowling Catholic, Andrew Honkamp. And in lane 8 from Dubuque Senior, Caleb Scholl.
All right, here's your high V lane assignments. Heat 3 on the blocks. Rowenhorst in 1, Harrison 2, William Fry in 3. Fastest qualifier Pearson in lane 4. Landon, local kid, in lane 5. Hartstock in lane 6. Honkamp in 7. And Shoy in lane 8.
off that start. They have to find that perfect sweet spot of depth. If they go too deep, then you're struggling to get up and out. You're struggling with your breakout. If you're too shallow, it's honestly like a fish out of water feeling. You're just kind of not sure what to do. So
Pearson, Landon, and Fry leading out your top three here, tightly bunched.
Close.
Landon, a junior, just down the road here from Iowa City West. This is his home pool for club. He's going to move out here. Oh, strong, second 25. Good swim, going to go down to the touch. Pearson's going to hold on there for Ankeny out of lane 4.
He did not breathe that last stroke. I think that's what
Landon
got him in there.
Landon with a great second 50. He's going to get in there for second. Your third swimmer is going to be the older Fry for Dubuque Senior. He's going to just a shade over 50.59 there for third place. So one more heat coming up here. Again, that state record. The All-American time you're looking for is a 48.38. Consideration cut is a 49.39. So knocking on that door as we lead into heat 4.
Fourth and final prelim heat of the 100 butterfly. In lane 1 from Valley, Evan Gagoff. In 2 from Dubuque Hempstead, Calvin Stickney. In 3 from Iowa City West, Winston Fan. In 4 from Linn-Mar, Parker Mako. In 5 from Linn-Mar, Carter Byers. In 6 from Marquis, Brennan Root. In 7 from Valley Catholic, Weston Arnold. In an 8 from Pleasant Valley, Carter Dobell. Mr. Starter.
Last heat in the pool. Lane 1, Gagoff. Lane 2, Stickney. Fan is in 3. Fastest qualifier, Mako, Parker Mako in lane 4. Byers in 5. Roach in 6. Arnold in 7. And Gobel is in lane 8. A commanding lead by Parker Mako here. He's going to turn in a 21.6.
Wow. And he looks aggressive. It looks like he's not holding much back, but I'm sure.
He's got a pair of 47s from club meets that I coached him at, including junior nationals. He got a C final swim out there in December.
Was district time was faster than his state meet best last year.
There he goes.
What does he post? 46.74 or
74. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Nicely done. 40. Oh, he just set the state record.
It's unofficially a state record.
Unofficially. Yes. Wow.
There it is.
You know, he's so far ahead of everybody that he had to have
46.79.
He's getting a standing ovation. I love it.
Breaks that record of Lance Swanepoel. Went on to swim at Wisconsin. Parker's going to be swimming here at the University of Cincinnati. And I heard some chatter that he was going to go after it today because prelims you might have a little cleaner water. You're not so bunched up as in the final.
Right.
He took advantage of that, took it out under 22. So, wow. So fastest qualifier tomorrow in this event as well as the 2 IM. We're going to head into another break here. You're watching the Iowa High School Athletic Association State Swimming Championships presented on the Championship Network by Hy-Vee.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence.
These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Welcome back here to the coverage. First heat sponsored by Farm Bureau. We're going to have the 100 freestyle coming up just after we saw a state record there in prelims by Parker Machau of Linmar in the 100 fly. So yeah, he was saving up a little bit according to Dad in the 2IM, so he could send that out there.
He went after it. I mean, I don't coach him, but I
yeah,
can just see that.
Prelims sometimes in a meet like this, if you're seated enough ahead, you can plan for that water to be a little less choppy.
Right.
You'll see some state records at the college level too come out of prelims.
Here's a replay. Let's watch this.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that start.
Yeah.
Right to 15. He took a stroke to 15. That was almost perfect.
When the hips come up.
Oh, and we have 100 free first heat coming out here, so we'll cut down to that.
100 freestyle state record time in this event is 43:42. Pleasant Valley's own child right here in 2024.
Well done, Parker.
All-American time is 44:69. All-American consideration 45:41. In lane 1 from Dubuque Hempstead, Jacob Godell. In 2 from Valley, Brock Jean. In 3 from Boone, Brady Hyman. In 4 from Ankeny, Miles Harbert. In 5 from Newton, Caleb Hunt. In 6 from Waukee, Reed Christensen. In 7 from Dubuque Senior, Rowan Fry. And in lane 8 from Dowling Catholic, Tate Edgington. Mr. Starter.
Your state or your heat assignments here by Hy-Vee. Godel in 1, Jean in 2, Hyman in 3, Harbert in 4, Punt in 5, Christensen in 6. Rowan Fry is in 7. Eddington is in lane 8. First heat of 4, 100 freestyle underway.
Looks like lane 6 from Waukee, Reed Christensen has this, or no, I'm sorry, let's see. Well, 5 and 6, they're pretty close. Yeah, Caleb Hunt. And Newton swimmer, he posted a
Christensen right on his heels.
50 free.
And then Godel up there
earlier.
for Dubuque Senior in lane 1. Wow.
Lane 4, though, the top qualifier in this heat, looks like he has taken a little bit of a lead.
Harbert from Ankeny, it's going to down the touch here with lane 5.
Oh, I think Punt got him. No, nope.
Harbert there, 48.57 to take heat 1. Wow, there's a lot of changes in that one.
Yeah, there were, and he dropped a little bit of time.
And some of that, like you said earlier, these guys, a lot of times in this heat, they're either coming in riding their taper or just entering into it, so they might have been a little off last weekend or looking to hold that taper. So there's a lot of variations you can see in some of these sprint races in that wild card heat.
Right.
Good swims there, a couple time drops. We're going to move to heat 2 as these gentlemen round out the pool. Again, your PA announcer today from Linmar, Corey Hars. We'll send it down to him.
Heat 2, the 100 freestyle in lane 1 from Cedar Falls, Gus LaRue. In 2 from Valley, Dylan Liepert. In 2 from Grinnell, Wyatt Sumner. In 4 from Carroll, Keegan Renzi. In 5 from City High, Philip Berry-Stokes. In 6 from Pleasant Valley, Caden Bonner. In 7 from Mason City, Dave Hannafy. And in lane 8 from Sioux City, Tanner Iverson, Mr. Starter.
So your Hy-Vee lane assignments. So LaRue in 1, Leppert 2, Sumner in 3, Renzi in 4, Barry Stolzels in 5, Bonner in 6, Hanafi in 7, and Iverson in lane 8.
Not surprising, Renzi's out to
Yeah,
an
looks
early
like
lead at the 50. He's our top 200 qualifier.
Renzi and then Barry Stolzels doing a veteran move, getting right on that lane rope.
He's got that big loping stroke. Oh, nice streamline.
Both these guys
From
looking
Barry
to swim in college. Barry Stolzel at the Ivy League out there in New York.
44.58.
44.58 on Renzi.
45.04.
Yeah, Barry Stolzel looking to go to Cornell, like Andy from The Office. And Renzi
Time
is going to
drop
be
for-
swimming for the Buckeyes here next season. So both those should safely make it through. What
Time
got
drops for both as well.
third in that heat was Sumner from Grinnell. Good swim, 46.51. We'll see if that ends up or down there in the A or B final. But strong swimming out of heat 2, which is really what you got to do with the circle seated heats, because heat 3 and 4 are sitting over on that side of the pool watching you.
Right.
Here comes heat 3. So we turn it over to Corey Hars.
On their way to the blocks is heat 3 of the 100 freestyle. In lane 1 from City High, Braden Collender. In 2 from Southeast Polk, Brendan Hammond. In 3 from Lewis Central, Aaron Matoka. In 4 from Newton, Finn Martin. In 5 from Valley, Eli DeYoung. In 6 from Dubuque Hempstead, Logan Westhoff. In 7 from Valley Catholic, Jackson Faust. And in lane 8 from Mason City, Michael Johnson, Mr. Starling.
Here we go, heat 3, Collender in 1, Hammond in 2, Matukla in 3, your defending state champ Martin in 4, DeJong in 5, Westhoff in 6, freshman from Dowling Fausch in 7, and rounding out your field, that's Johnson from Mason City in lane 8. Out
Finn
quick.
Martin. Yep, out to an early lead. I said earlier this is the marquee event of the night because Finn I coached him his freshman year before I retired, and he is probably the most competitive athlete I have ever coached. And when I saw that he qualified second, I knew that he would just be on fire.
I got to coach his older siblings a little bit when I was in my younger days.
What a finish. Nice job, Finn.
Powerful swim there.
43.91. Oh, 91? 91. Well done. Drops a little time from his district swim.
So
second.
sending a message there.
Right. Yeah, he hit the accelerator those last 5 yards.
He might be looking at a state record tomorrow too. Let me double check that.
43.42 state record set back in 2024.
That's is that McLaughlin?
Owen.
Oh, Owen Childs, who's at
Owen Childs,
another University of Cincinnati guy.
Yeah.
Here comes your last heat of the 100 free.
And let's do it for heat 4 of the 100 freestyle. Starting in lane 1 from Des Moines, Lincoln, Braden Ford. In 2 from Cedar Falls, Jackson Aaronholm. In 3 from Boone, Isaac Clark. And 4 from Cedar Rapids, Washington, Andrew Seifert. And 5 from Iowa City West, Hudson Hubert. And 6 from Milwaukee, Lex Laguerre. And 7 from Dubuque Hempstead, Henry Gilbertson. And lane 8 from Muscatine, Jay Ballard Chander. Christian starts.
Final heat of the 100 free on the blocks. So high V lane assignments, that's Porty in 1, Arnholtz 2, Clark in 3, Seifert in 4, Huberg in 5, Plassier in 6, Gilbertson in 7, and Balchander in lane 8.
I think Seifert's returning the favor to Finn Martin and probably wanting to send his own message.
20.39 going out. That might be a little spicy. Let's see if he takes a breath on this last turn. That's what I've been telling him in club. We'd had to clean up that turn before he entered. Oh! Good kick out. Running into a little wave there, though. Staying on the gas.
43.25.
43.25.
And he just set a new state record.
Second state record today. Again, this was a switch from last year where he'd swim the 2 IM, and then we had him swim the 100 free at some club meets last spring, and he posted some 44s, and there it is. New state record.
It's another
Andrew
standing
Seifert,
O from the crowd.
senior that's heading to Dordt College, NAIA school out in western Iowa for his collegiate career. So that's a second state record we've seen out of the prelims here today. Two guys who are training partners. Parker showed up last fall and started training with Andrew at my pool at Cedar Rapids there. So we're going to head to break. Again, you are watching the High V Championship Network present the Iowa High School Athletic Association 2026 State Swimming Championships.
It's the simplest expression. Smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. Unwelcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
We're not just lighting a stadium. We're creating lasting memories. We're not just installing a mini pitch. We're empowering youth to learn and grow. We're not just retrofitting an airport. We're creating an environment where workers can feel safer. This is why, whether it's a game down the street, professional stadiums around the world, or treasured monuments and landmarks, you always know when it's must go.
Welcome back to the beautiful confines of the CRWC here on the campus of the University of Iowa. You're watching the Iowa High School Athletic Association State Swimming Championships here, presented by Farm Bureau. So just off of 2 state records, back-to-back events, 100 free, 100 fly. Guys that I get a coaching club, so I might celebrate a little bit tomorrow after the meet's over. But that was fun to watch.
That was fun.
Again, prelims, it's a great time to go after those records because there's a little less wave action in the pool.
And the other thing is there's kind of a short turnaround for the finals tomorrow at noon.
Yes.
You know, prelims to finals. So maybe they're thinking they might be a little fresher tonight. Who knows? But good swims.
Both those guys are tapered for this meet, knowing how they train. But, yeah. Okay, here we go. First heat of 500 free. We're going to go
Event is a 500
a 5-minute event.
Record time in this event is 4:20.86. Jacob Pins of Valley from 2024. All-American time is 4:27.94, and All-American consideration is 4:32.84. In lane 1 from Ankeny, Brant Schumacher. In 2 from Sioux City, Leo Wheelock. In 3 from Linmar, Braden Weiss. In 4 from City High, Nick Polyak. In 5 from Ames, Owen Vanderlinden. In 6 from Duke Hempstead, Owen Mason. In 7 from Hempstead, Calvin Stickney. And in lane 8 from Davenport Central, Howie Eifers, Mr. Starter.
All right, your Hy-Vee lane assignments here. This is the first of 4 heats. 500-yard freestyle. Get in this year, it took a 5:05.42, so just a shade over 5:05. So your Hy-Vee lane assignments. Schumacher in lane 1. Wheelock in 2. Weiss in 3. Poliak in 4. Vanderlinden in 5. Mason in 6. Stickney in 7. Eipers is in lane 8. Got a couple results here to throw your way. So it's 100 butterfly. It took a 53.33 to get into that top 16. That was Weston Arnold, senior from Dowling Catholic. 8th place. So your A final, 51.54. That's Brendan Roach,
Today's
junior
live
from
coverage
Waukee.
on Hy-Vee.
And then your top qualifier, well, I should mention Winston Fran qualified 2nd with a consideration cut, 48.83 from Iowa City West. And Parker Mockow, your top qualifier here with an automatic All-American time and state record of 46.74. We've been chasing that for a couple years, so congrats to Parker on that one. Your 100 freestyle results, 16th. Took a 47.99 to make it through to the B final tomorrow. That was a freshman from Dowling, Jackson Fausch. Your A final, it took a 46.51. That's Wyatt Sumner from Grinnell posting that swim. So he got dropped from his 47 last weekend. We had a consideration cut for 4th place. That's Philip Barry Stolzel, 45.04. And the 3 automatic cuts. So again, we have a slugfest tomorrow. 3 automatic cuts out of Tegan Renzi from Carroll, Finn Martin from Newton, and then that state record time from the senior from Cedar Rapids Wash, 43.25 from Andrew Seifert. Post that state record, take down the state record of Owen Childs. So 500 freestyle underway. State record in this event, 4:20.86. Sarah, what are we seeing so far here?
Pretty even race. We got about 4 guys vying for the lead. We are now halfway. You'll see that at the far end, each guy has a counter. They'll stick those counters in at every odd length, so they do know what length they're on, so they don't lose track. A lot of guys like to pick it up in the second half. You'll see a very different stroke from a lot of 500 swimmers. Their kick is a little less pronounced than those sprinters who are just tearing it up. Got a lot of long strokes. If you look at lane 1, this Brant Schumacher, for example, his stroke is really long. You can see him reaching the water front.
Yeah, and I think as a coach, you have time for two to 3 attacks in this race of 50 to 150 yards, depending on the swimmer's abilities. Some of these guys are going to try to negative split this and work that second half, but these guys right here in the middle, is that Weiss and Poliak. Poliak here is an Iowa City kid, so he swims at this pool quite often.
Both freshmen.
Weiss there from Linn-Mar having a great swim.
They could see each other for the next 4 years. They're not aggressive on their breakouts like a 50 freestyle swimmer, but they want to be super efficient.
Holding their pace here, that's a 30.8 out of Weiss, 30.6 out of Poliak there. Right on top of that lane rope. Looks like Vanderlinden for Ames over there in lane 5 is also picking up his pace. That's Owen Vanderlinden.
I always told my swimmers at the 75, go, especially if you're neck and neck. It's time to go.
Well, and like you'll hear the whistles or the yells. I can't whistle like that, but
I can't either.
here we got the bell lap. They got a 50 to go. These guys are right on their same pace. 30 points for both gentlemen. Weiss and Poliak here, looking to get through those heats and get another swim tomorrow.
Weiss looks a little more on tempo. He's just super consistent with that cadence. But now we've got
Poliak's the younger brother of Joe Poliak, who swims up at University of Wisconsin and was a multiple time, or University of Minnesota. Was a multiple time state champ. 100 breast, 2 IM. That's Weiss.
455.
455, 42.
457 for second.
Yeah, Nick Poliak there.
I don't know if either of these guys has ever dipped under 5, but that is a milestone. So congrats to both of them. Looks like good swims across the board.
Yeah, a lot of time drops.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're having some issues with that touchpad in 2. That's another event we'll have to get a backup time on, but clearly the top 3 there is going to have Weiss, Poliak. Third place, just under 5 minutes, 4:59.56. Over there in lane 6, that's Owen Mason from Hempstead. But good swims here for the initial heat of the 500 freestyle. All right, these guys are exiting the pool. We're going to turn it over to Corey Hars. Here comes heat 2, heading to the block.
Next is heat 2, 500 freestyle. Starting in lane 1 from Dubuque Hempstead, Nolan Page. In 2 from Dowling Catholic, Chase Koenigsfeld. In 3 from Ankeny, Jake Smith. In 4 from Cedar Rapids, Washington, Peter Whitnebel. In 5 from Linmar, Riley Siren. In 6 from Spencer, Oliver Miller. In 7 from Ottumwa, Elliott Zanette. And in lane 8 from Iowa City West, Joey Cairns. Mr. Stark.
Your Hy-Vee lane assignments: Page in 1, Koenigsfeld in 2, Smith in 3, Whitnebel is in 4, Siren in 5, Miller in 6, Zemet in 7, and lane 8 is Cairns. Good representation here. We got a couple juniors, 1 senior out of lane 6. That's Oliver Miller from Spencer. But the rest of this field is all underclassmen.
Your leader is Whitnebel from Cedar Rapids, Washington. He is a 4 second ahead qualifier over the field.
Mom is a looks like second right now. Riley Siren also up that way in Linmar. Riley also is a junior as well. Sitting in third, that's lane 3, Jake Smith, a sophomore from Ankeny.
These athletes often put in extra training, extra meters, extra yards. When the sprinters are doing 1625s, they might be doing 16200s.
And not as much time in the weight room, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, and the other thing, I always remind people, this, in my mind, is a mid-distance race, because in college you have the 1,000 at D2,
sure,
and at most dual meets, and then you have the 1650 at every level, especially at invites. So that's the longest race we do in the pool, and then you move into open water, which is some 5K and 10K at the Olympics. So if you're not good at turns, there are events for you, but a lot of these guys, they'll swim 2 IM. If you're a good swimmer in the 1,000 free, you usually swim 500, 200 free here, or if you're good at certain strokes, you might end up doing 2 IM if you're a 4 IMer, and then race the 500 free is what your secondary event. So,
yeah, for true distance swimmers, they barely get started in the 500. It's short for them because there are people that are just wired to go faster and faster the longer they go. Nice streamline and aggressive kicking out of lane 4.
You got Wash, his teammates over there cheering over there right by the 15-meter mark in lane 1. They're signaling to him to give him a kick. It's Matt Sinnott.
He's listening.
Assistant coaching staff there. Yeah, his goal was to get to the A final. He's producing a swim that should do it.
I just like his steady tempo. He's just
holding 28s.
got that rhythm, and he's not going to let up. His kick is consistent.
Wash is making a good play for some more points here. Good battle for second between Searin and Smith.
I always loved coaching the 500. There's just so much that goes into it.
I think I got good coaching it because I wasn't good at it, but I realized that I could count for everybody. So I gotta watch a lot of good 500s when I was swimming.
I just like the splits, the training.
Yeah, and it's strategy-wise, it's like a little over a mile in track and field.
All right, 75 to go.
We'll see his teammate there shaking that card. That's usually an indication to pick up your tempo. Now, if you watch Olympic trials and some of the higher levels, the officials hold the card. So in college, in high school, you have the teammates do it, but international meets and national meets, you got to kind of have a strategy, and you won't get signals from your card counter.
You'll see on the last, on number 19, they
put
orange. In the red or the orange. Just in case the swimmers have missed the cue, when they see that, they know they have one more length, and usually
lane 3 making a charge.
My gosh,
Smith with the
absolutely sprinting.
Big kick that last 50.
I don't know if 5 sees him or not, but he's
Whitnebel 4:38, 04 for Wash.
Woo.
Second is going to be Searin there for Linmar, 4:45.19. And Smith coming home, 26.9. He's going to post a 4:45.78 as we conclude Heat 2.
Good swims.
On club, those guys are club teammates too, so they might have been strategizing before the race, but swim for 2 different high schools here at this level. All right, these guys are going to exit the pool. We'll turn it over to Corey Hars. Heat 3 of 4 coming in for event 7, the men's 500 freestyle here today.
Heat 3 of the 500 freestyle prelim. In lane 1 from Cedar Rapids, Washington, Remy Barton. And 2 from Valley, Landon Chen. And 3 from Waukee Northwest, Luca Fisher. And 4 from Waukee, Drew Dickey. And 5 from Dowling Catholic, Wesley Mooney. In 6 from Linmar, Peyton Adair. In 7 from Davenport West, Drew Leibold. And in lane 8 from Iowa City West, Nikolai Paulson. Mr. Starter.
So your Hy-Vee lane assignments, that's Barton in 1, Chen in 2, Fisher in 3, Dickey in 4, Mooney in 5, Adair in 6, Leibold in 7, and Paulson in lane 8. No freshmen in this field. They are all juniors, seniors, and sophomores. A couple guys that scored last year, including lane 4, lane 5, lane 3. Yeah, we got a bunch of guys returning to this event that put up some points in this heat from last season.
Lane 1 has got some Newton ties. His dad, Ryan Barton, swam for Newton.
Oh, yeah.
I had him in class, I think.
Yeah, Remy swam for me this fall in the club scene.
Yeah.
And I coached Wesley Mooney when I was in Des Moines as a club coach. I think he's more of a 4IMer, but he's swimming 500 free, 100 breast today. Last year he did the 200 free and the 500 free. So
very versatile.
Yeah. But club-wise, he races 2 breasts, 4IM, 1,000. He's kind of
strong, an endurance guy for sure.
Kind of backed away from the mile a little bit, but we'll see what his club coach enters him here in the next couple weeks in some meets. Your leader, though, the 150, posting a 27.7. That's Drew Dickey there from Waukee.
Our front three are pretty bunched up right now.
See Drew on the club scene in Central Iowa meets, and he's been at the sectional level and above it for quite a few years, and has scored in the last 2 seasons in this event as well. He's looking strong, 27.9 there. Got a 28.1 on Mooney. Fisher's going to go at 28.5. I think these guys are just kind of feeling each other out, but they race each other quite often during the summer and the rest of the year. So these guys have all raced each other a number of times the last couple seasons.
And if you're watching at home, it does make a difference with the way they breathe when they can watch their competitors. I mean, you can see peripherally when you're underwater, but when you're breathing toward an opponent, it really gives you an advantage. And sometimes you'll see people catch up or pull ahead when they're breathing toward the opponent, and then they fall back when they're not quite as aware.
Or they'll throw a breath into the other side to check the field.
Little alternate
they
breathing
turn.
going on.
Mooney's getting up there on that rope. He was circle swimming a little bit, but yeah, he's still kind of circle swimming. You don't really want to do that. You want to try to swim in straight lines. But a lot of kids do that because that's how you end up training
right?
multiple athletes.
Unless you have a huge pool and everybody has his or her own lane.
He's staying right on Drew Dickey's hip here in lane 4. 28's on both these guys. It's like Luca Fisher there, going back to a 29.5. Luca's, he's a 100, 200, or 500 guy. You got to figure out which one he's feeling good for. Sometimes his 100 free has been on as well, but opted to train the 2 and the 5 this season and race those here. His dad, Jeff Fisher, was a swimmer at Ames High and then Iowa State. Look for team points here. Layden Chen there making a move in lane 2 for Valley.
The 75 to go. Drew Dickey's got the lead, but Mooney is not backing off.
Here comes the bell.
They'll start picking up their kick. Their tempo, their rate will increase, the cadence of their stroke. Dickey's been really consistent, but
that former Marshalltown coach, Loopy there with the
Loopy.
bell. Yeah.
I've known him forever.
Yeah. Now an official.
They've gotten the red card to go. Last lap here.
It'll be Drew Dickey and Wesley Mooney putting out the 2 top times in this heat. 4:36.04 for Drew. Wesley from Dowling Catholic's going to post a 4:37.52. Luca Fisher going to drop a little bit from last week. He's going to post a 4:44.54 there to round out your top 3.
Big time drops, about 4 seconds or more for all of those athletes. Wesley Mooney dropped, 6 seconds. Good swims.
I know it's a season best for Mooney, but I think both those guys have been a little faster, so we'll double check that after the broadcast today. But good prelim swims for Waukee and Dowling Catholic. So our 4th and final heat. Your fastest seed will be in this heat. That's Will Van Zee. dropped down to a 4:30 last week, so we'll see if he lays back a little today, or if the state record's 4:20. I don't know if he's got that kind of drop left in him, but he did have a really good swim last weekend and wanted to be the fastest qualifier here. So here they come. We'll turn it over to Corey Hars.
I've been searching for something, something never comes, never leads to nothing, nothing satisfies, but I'm getting close.
Final heat of the 500 freestyle. In lane 1 from Milwaukee Northwest, Gage Harris. In lane 2 from Cedar Falls, Daniel Bartel. In 3 from Milwaukee Northwest, Parker Scuffham. In 5 from Valley, Will Van Zee. In 5 from Valley, Drew Emanuel. In 6 from Southeast Polk, Alexander Hammond. In 7 from Ames, Jack Fowler. And in lane 8 from Cedar Falls, Nicholas the Hearts. Mr. Start.
So your Hy-Vee lane assignments here. Final heat of the 500 for your prelim session. That's Harris in 1, Bartelt in 2, Scuffham in 3, Van Zee, your fastest qualifier in 4, Emmanuel, his teammate, in 5, Hammond is in lane 6, Fowler in 7, and a freshman over there in lane 8, that's Nicholas DeHart for the Tigers. State record this event, 4:20, set by Jacob Pins. Like I said, I don't know if that'll be challenged, but we do want to take a look at those All-American times here. Yeah, 4:20.86 is a state record set back in 2024. Jacob would go on to swim at Olympic trials that summer in the 400, 800, and the mile. Your automatic All-American time, 4:27.94. Consideration cut, 4:32.84. Now, those of you watching at home, if you're not familiar with swimming, those standards are updated every couple seasons, and it's a good marker for colleges to use for recruiting, but it's also based on percentiles on top 10 swims every season, so they can set those and get everybody an idea across all 50 states and all the different federations of what those elite times are looking at. Your fastest qualifier, that's Van Zee. What are we seeing here, Sarah?
He looks really comfortable. Just a long stroke. If you watch on his streamlines, he's not really kicking out of his turns. He's kind of conserving energy.
Got a 4-beat kick going there, not really a bunch of white water.
Right.
And that 2 or 4 beat's kind of a counterbalance kick, whereas if you're sprinting, a 6 to 8 beat kick is what you usually see in a 50 or 100 free.
Guarantee he's got his eye on the guys next to him. He knows he's got a lead. He came into this meet with a 10-second head start on the field, so he's got to be pretty confident. I'm really excited to see what he does tomorrow. Kind of reminds me of Katie Ledecky in some of her races. She's not racing other athletes. She's racing the clock. She's racing herself and achieving goals.
Yeah, he scored last 2 years in this event, and part of that Valley Tigers tradition. And you have good middle distance guys. And he's been on the club scene for a couple years in the central Iowa area. So it's no surprise when he went to 4:30, but the fact he got under 4:35 at districts, I was a little, I wasn't taken aback, but I was like, oh, we'll set one off. He was feeling pretty good. I wasn't at that district. I was over at Limbar last week watching some of the action.
Well, I'm sure he's got his own motivation.
Yeah, he's holding 27s here, 28s out of Scuffin, and Drew Emanuel, his teammate down there, lane 5.
All right, I'm starting to see a little more kick, so he may be one whose strategy is to build into this race, especially tonight.
And that's smart to do as the field spreads out, because he's going to start getting waves from 1, 2, and then 6, 7, and 8 kind of moving into his lane. So The water's probably getting a little choppier as he moves ahead through this field. But you're right, he is kicking a little more, middle of the pool. 27-0, so he brought that down by about 0.4 of a second. Still 28s out of the Drew Emanuel. Scuffham's going up to a 29 here. So it looks like Drew's making a move. Now, Drew's a guy that a mile, 1,000, and then comes down to this. So
let's see what Will splits on this 50. 26.9. He's definitely turning the screws here at the end of this race. I love to see that. He's not just coasting, he's going after it.
Yeah, Drew is getting recruited by quite a few NAIA D3 schools. I got to double check where he committed to. I'll check my notes for tomorrow. But great swim here by Van Zee. I think he's going to go another best time. Does. 4:28.47, so.
Just missed that All-American automatic, but he does.
Seems pretty happy with it.
Get under the All-American consideration time, so.
That was a lifetime best last week. Second qualifier, that's Drew Emanuel. So Valley Tigers are going to have 2 in that final. You see that 4:38.46. Scuffham's going to hang around for third there. 4:44.35 out of lane 3 for Waukee Northwest.
After their swims, I'm not sure if the camera's panned over, but there is a cool down pool across the bulkhead, and especially after a 500, these guys are going to head over. Almost all the athletes do. They go over there, they lower their heart rates, they shake out their muscles. Really important, and a beautiful facility here where they can go and do a cool down. Some of these guys will probably do the equivalent of what they just did to get their heart rates down and cool their body temperatures and loosen those muscles up for any races they have left tonight or for tomorrow.
We'll try to highlight some of those college signings here. But that'll conclude our 500 freestyles. You are watching the 2026 Iowa High School Athletic Association State Swimming Championships here from Iowa City on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
Doing my fields.
Great question, Evan. I've taken some soil samples, and it looks like you might have some fertility issues, especially in that northern field. Take a look.
Nothing gets past you, Rick. Hey, how long you been back there?
An agronomist never tells.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel agronomists always show up. Channel, all in, all season.
A new day means so many things. Possibility and potential, new opportunities and challenges. And when you're building something that matters, you need a partner who truly understands. Iowa banks get this. Their customer relationships are built on shared values and earned trust. From homeowners to small businesses, Iowa banks know what it means to invest in the future. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Need money for college? Our scholarship registration is quick and easy. ISL Education Lending Scholarship is open to both students and parents. Visit iowastudentloan.org/award for details. Multiple awards are available, and you'll learn valuable financial literacy tips as part of the process. Register online today for your chance to win $1,000.
Today's live coverage on Hy-Vee Championship Network is brought to you by Hy-Vee, a proud partner of IHSAA. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. The Iowa Farm Bureau. proud title sponsor of the IHSAA, championing youth through sports and education.
Welcome back to the Boys State swimming coverage here, live on KCRG 9.2, presented by the Iowa High School Athletic Association with your main sponsor, the Farm Bureau. So 500 frees concluded. We do have a swim off, like we talked about earlier. Brody Lemos and Mason Bradley. Brody from Cedar Rapids Kennedy, Mason Bradley from Waukee, both seniors, looking to get that first alternate spot for tomorrow. So in case anyone gets sick, they can move into that B final, or someone stubs their toe or breaks their foot, they can get in there if someone scratches.
At least it's only a 50.
It is. And both of them, so Brody was just off his best time, and it looks like Mason dipped under 22 there for the first time this season. So we'll be excited to see that. We do have the 500 free results here as we're sitting into this break. And here they are. So 16th place. It took a 4:55.42 to get in. That's Braden Weiss, a freshman from Linmar. So some points, team points, you want to be looking at that. Linmar got a couple guys back in this. 2 in the B final and 1 in the big final. And that guy in the big final is the 8th place spot. So out of prelims, that's Riley Searin. 4:45.19 to get that lane tomorrow. Your fastest qualifier you just saw before commercial break there, that's Will Van Zee, the junior from Valley. He posted a 4:28.47 to notch that consideration cut. Looked pretty comfortable, like you said, Sarah. Didn't overextend his kick. I think he wanted to get that middle lane, and the fact he went a better time this week, I think, you know, his aim and his taper for this pool and this meet. But like I said, I was a little surprised last week when we saw that 4:30 out of him. I was like, oh, he's doing really well.
Fire,
So
yeah.
I don't know if we'll see that 4:28.6 or 4:20.86 challenge for the state record, but definitely he'll want to dip under that 4:27.94 just off that automatic cut with that prelim swim and a little left in the tank. So we're going to go to some highlights. As we move into this part of the meet, we do have a little break going on. So presented by Hy-Vee, we got our highlights here. So your 100 fly, first heat. Again, the wild card heat. And this one was tightly bounced, wasn't it, Sarah? Tightly packed to the first 50.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you look across the board, but
Sam Howard there from Ankeny, the senior, touching first. Here comes heat 2.
strong opener. Lane 4, Jonah Fry.
Yeah, it took a 53.33 to get in that 100 fly B final tomorrow.
Never relinquished that lead.
Jonah
Looking
Fry,
up at that clock.
Your 3rd overall qualifier there. The sophomore from Dubuque Senior. Here comes heat 3.
And his brother, William. As we talked about, they will try to clean up any little detail about their races tonight for tomorrow if they qualify.
This ended up being a good race between Pearson and Landon. Senior from Ankeny getting the edge there. And then here it's first state record of the day. That's Parker Machau in lane 4. Shaved off the goatee, put on a new tech suit, and let it rip. So out. Way ahead of the field here is out under 22, which is a good sign. And then Parker's a 146 200 flyer, so he doesn't die out in this.
Holy smokes, that's fast.
Yeah. Going to be taking his talents to the University of Cincinnati. He knows he got the record there. And
excited
I think,
about that swim.
Yeah, I think you'll probably see him go after that 200 IM a little harder tomorrow too. Heat 1 of the 100 free. Your wild card heat, a lot of sophomores and juniors. We had one freshman there in lane 3. But again, these first heats were tightly bunched in these sprint races.
Fingertips, lane 4.
Brady Hyman there from the freshman from, Miles Harbert, the sophomore from Ankeny. Here's heat 2. That was Tegan Renzi and Philip Barry Stolzel here. Philip got right on that rope and used that draft to qualify for that final tomorrow. They both moved through the A final.
Lane 4 definitely swims tall. When you watch athletes swim, when they look big in the water, that's what you want to do. So we got Finn Martin.
Yeah, so Renzi, just that last heat, Renzi and Stolzel qualified 3rd and 4th. And then Finn Martin, your second qualifier here.
He led from the start, never let up. And I think it's going to be a battle tomorrow night because there was nobody there, and he's going to have Andrew Seifert right next door tomorrow.
Yeah, multiple members of the Martin family in the stands, and then his brother down there helping him on the pool deck.
Sure.
And then state record right here, this is Andrew Seifert from Cedar Rapids, Washington, the senior that's going to be swimming at NAIA Dordt College here out in Western Iowa, a brand new program a couple years ago. I like this right here. Straight arm into the finish. I might talk to him about keeping that head down a little bit more, but state record.
He's excited.
Switched out of the 2IM and went after this. His freshman year, he swam the 500 free. So,
did he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he switched to 2IM, 100 breast his sophomore, junior year, and then he flipped out of the 2IM into that 100 free for a state record this year.
I think that's good for a swimmer's career, honestly. If you do the same events year after year, it can get a little stale, hard to drop time.
There's some conversations with family. His brother is a swimmer and coaches. And here's your first heat of the 500 freestyle.
Posted a 4:55. Nick Polyak.
It's Braden Weiss.
Oh, Braden Weiss.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Polyak was second. Here's heat 2. Again, Weiss got into that B final, 4:55.42.
Good for him.
Nick Polyak just sitting at 18th, just out of it, 4:57.16 though.
Just a freshman. I'm sure we'll see him back.
That was Peter Whitnebel from Cedar Rapids Wash. He moves through 4th seed to the final in the A final tomorrow. Here's heat 3. This was Drew Diekey and Wesley Mooney going your top 2 spots.
The last heat was pretty much all Will Van Zee from start to finish. And I really think
this is Will right here.
Yeah.
The 4th heat, yeah, you're correct. I was going to say Drew and Mooney qualified, Drew and Wesley qualified 2nd and 3rd, and then like you said, Will Van Zee, wire to wire, dipped under 4:30 here.
And I don't think he had an aggressive race at the onset. I think he was really just feeling the race out.
Hit a couple 25s where he threw that kick in, but he was kind of playing with it.
Yeah, not to the back half. I
got a feeling we might see a 25 or.
That's what I'm thinking. He'll be more aggressive.
Maybe
tomorrow.
24. If he goes 420.86 and breaks that record, then I will be more than happy to eat crow on that. So, anyway,
I'll tell him.
Yeah. I'll talk to I'll text his high school coach later. But great swims there. We're going to head to our next break. Again, you are watching the 2026 Boys Swimming Championships here from Iowa City on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
Volunteer or hang with friends. Play pickleball. Read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
Again, your closed captioning today brought to you by Sukup Manufacturing, making farm supplies and storage bins there for a lot of these residents across the state of Iowa. Glad to have you here. We're back at the CRWC here in Iowa City. You're watching the 2026 edition of the Boys Swimming Championships presented by Farm Bureau with your local live coverage on KCRG 9.2. Again, I'm Don Spellman. I'm joined by former Newton High School coach Sarah Patterson as we're calling the action. Just got done with the 500 free. We're moving into last two events of the meet. We will have a swim-off coming up for that 50 free spot, as we mentioned, but tomorrow the 200 free relay will be sticking in this spot, and then we'll have another little break. But after the break today, we're going to move into that 100 backstroke, another one of those events where we're going to have a new state champ. So there's 4 events where the state champ moved on and went to college, and this is one of them: 100 breast, 100 back, 500 and 200 free. So all those open up. All those athletes, 500, 200 freestyle was a West High swimmer. Ended up going out to University of Arizona, Hayden Hakes, Arizona State University. And here comes 100 back, heat 1.
64 from Owen Childs of Pleasant Valley in 2024. All-American time is 48.90. All-American consideration is 50.07. In lane 1 from Linmar, Ruhan Rugwani. In 2 from Des Moines, Lincoln, Keegan Kraft. In 3 from Dubuque, Hempstead, Nolan Page. In 4 from Sioux City, Tanner Iverson. In 5 from Cedar Rapids, Washington, Gavin Lucas. In 6 from Newton, Hudson Meyer. In 7 from Decorah, Jackson Leuenberg. And in lane 8 from Valley, Hudson Swinger. Mr. Starter.
Again, they're going to get in the water. These lane assignments are presented by Hy-Vee. This is the final 8 that got in from last week. Ragwani, Kraft, Page, Iverson, Lucas, lane 6, Meyer, Lunenberger in 7, and Swinger in lane 8. Keep an eye on Gavin Lucas. He was a little choppy with his breakouts last week, but he wasn't totally tapered, and he did look way better today in that 50. He ended up in the B final, so pretty good 100 fly, 100 backstroke guy. He kind of has to decide between the two of those. Tanner Iverson, your fastest qualifier, 55.45 coming in from last week. So the officials have to wait, make sure everybody's toes are under the surface of the water there. Again, the All-American time, automatic 48.90. Your consideration cuts of 50.07. Gavin Lucas looking good today with those underwaters.
Right next to him, lane 6, Hudson Meyer. I read in the Newton Daily News that he actually was sick all week before districts. Only got in the pool once. And I have to tell a story. So I coached him in summer swimming when he was a kid, and he was not a huge fan of swimming, and now here he is at the state meet. I'm guessing he enjoys the sport a lot more now.
You can breathe a lot on backstroke.
Yeah.
Maybe he likes doing that. But Gavin Lucas still leading here. Trying to keep that tempo up. He's a little long, but looks pretty smooth.
Yeah, really smooth.
Grabbing a lot of water. He's going to touch 54.48. Good drop from last weekend. I think that's right on his best for short course. He's a sectional level swimmer in the long course pool as well. Pretty good freestyler and butterflyer. Your second place finisher, that heat's going to be Lunenberger over there, the freshman from Decorah. Going to post a 56.31, so just off his time from districts last week.
Right.
And then Iverson rounds out your top 3, 55.42. Is that right? Oh, 55.31 for Jackson. So he got a good drop from him, 55.31. Just got under that 56-second mark. Here comes heat 2 to the blocks.
Here's 2 of the 100 backstroke starting in lane 1 from Dubuque Hempstead, Jake Dolphin. And 2 from Kennedy, Brody Lamus. And 3 from Dubuque senior, Jonah Fry. And 4 from Linmar, Maxwell Mako. And 5 from Waukee, Brendan Roach. And 6 from Waukee Northwest, Parker Scuffum. And 7 from Cedar Falls, Owen Drawley. And an 8 from Iowa City West, Link Ortman. Mr. Starter.
So here's your Hy-Vee lane assignments. I'll let them get their backstroke ledges set and then mention the swimmers. Make sure everybody's set at the same time here. Looks like a clean start. Dolphin in 1, Lamos in 2, Jonah Fry in 3. Max Mako in 4. Brendan Roach in 5. Scuffum in 6. Riley in 7. And Ortman in lane 8.
Phenomenal turn by Mako in lane 4.
Now his big goal this season is try to get that junior national cut. Following big brother's footsteps.
He looks really strong. And when you watch those underwaters, they want to find the perfect time to pop up and start that stroke.
Little shallow there, probably ran into a little chop, but it has some turnover here. It's like Brendan Roach from Waukee, the junior there in lane 5, having a good swim. It's going to be Mako, 50.51. Roach getting there for second, 51.13 out of lane 5. And that's Jonah Fry over in lane 3. He's going to grab third for Dubuque Senior.
When you watch their finishes, some of them almost look like they dive backwards for that wall.
And they changed that rule 2 years ago too.
Yeah.
They used to get a little picky about fully submerging it, but
right.
I always hated that rule.
I did too. It's so subjective. I mean,
and they're looking at the hand, and you can't see the foot on some of these taller
toe
guys.
flick,
yeah.
right.
So we'd always tell the kid, if you're finishing with the left arm, you want to flick up your right toe, so you get that full extension of the wall. Here comes heat 3.
In lane 1 from Spencer, Ray Kaiser. In 2 from Ottumwa, Jonathan Miller. In 3 from Cedar Falls, Alex Engelhart. In 4 from Iowa City West, Ethan Landon. In 5 from Linn-Mar, Clayton Treharn. In 6 from Medallion Catholic, Jackson Fouch. In 7 from Ankeny, Briar Pearson. And in lane 8 from Medallion Catholic, Weston Arnold. Mr. Starter.
Your high V lane assignments. This is heat 3. And they're going to pull this mechanism down. It's like a little lampshade or a window shade that they use here, and then it springs back up after they take off. You might hear it. That little click, that's the backstroke ledge mechanism popping back up. High V lane assignments, Kaiser in 1, Miller in 2, Engelhart in 3, Landon in 4, Treharn in 5, Fouch in 6, Pearson in 7, Arnold in lane 8.
Long streamlines from lane 4, Ethan Landon. They have to come up before that second white buoy.
Yeah,
it could result in a DQ, and he
23.5. Oh yeah,
he
right on it.
Close on that first one, but I mean he's right there, so good for him.
Yeah, one cycle into that third breakout. He's staying down there. Dad swam for the University of Iowa. His sister's on the West Eye team and scored some points in 50 free for them this year. 49-37. Wow. It's like Treharn there for Linn-Mar. Just a freshman getting second. And then third, let's look at the time there, 51.53. That's Engelhart from Cedar Falls. Good drop from his 52 last week. Like you're saying, Landon really took advantage of his underwater dolphin kicks there, especially the first 50 to open up that lead. And came home in a 25.82, so he did not lose any steam or very much steam coming home. We'll definitely see that move into the final.
The backstroke always taxes your legs. That's something you can really feel even after 100 backstroke. Good sportsmanship down there in the pool deck and fist bumps.
Final heat, event 7, walk into the blocks.
Final heats of the 100 backstroke starting in lane 1 from Cedar Rapids, Jefferson, Hayden Brown. In 2 from Dubuque Senior, William Fry. In 3 from Waukee, Lathan Schwiggerath. In 4 from Southeast Polk, Desmond Ortega. In 5 from Sioux City, Carson Hope. In 6 from Waukee Northwest, Leon Bonkov. In 7 from Ames, Rob Beecher. And in 8 from Ankeny, Noah Kearney. Mr. Stark.
Your high V lane assignments, Brown in 1, William Fry in 2, Schwiggerath in 3, Ortega in 4, Hoke in 5, Bonkov in 6, Beecher in 7, Kearney in lane 8.
Another really nice underwater from Ortega. Lane 4, he's got an early lead. His teammates were cheering him on before the heat started. That was cool from Southeast Polk.
Out in a 23-2.
He's a junior.
Now he's also a really good junior national level 200 backstroker. So he's going to be one of these guys we watch that last 50 tomorrow.
Right, he's crushing this heat.
Looking smooth. Looks like he's just cruising it in. He's not picking up his turnover here. Going to post a 48.62. Got Hoke, the coach's son from Sioux City West, sitting in their second, 50.32. And your top three in this heat.
So Ortega was under the consideration All-American, not just missed the All-American, but like I agree with you. I think that he could really step on the gas tomorrow.
He's got some left, yeah. William Fry's going to get in there for Dubuque Senior in lane 2, 51.75. So.
Oh, wait a second.
Some smooth swimming.
Actually, he was under All-American. 48.62. The All-American was
48.9. So he's going to be automatic All-American. Again, a 200 back guy that can come down to a sprint event there for the Southeast Polk Rams. All right, we're going to take another commercial break here. Again, you are watching the 2026 State Swimming Championships for the Iowa High School Athletic Association, presented by Hy-Vee Championship Network.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Hello, welcome back to Iowa City here at the Iowa High School Athletic Association's Boys State Swimming Championships for 2026. Presented by Farm Bureau, your video broadcast of Iowa High School Athletic Association State Championship events are copyrighted property of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Reproduction or retransmission of these broadcasts without the express written consent of the IHSAA is prohibited. So I do stand corrected. Carson Hoke is the nephew of the head coach, but I knew there was a family connection. Wasn't far off.
He's going to claim him, I bet.
Yeah. So we got a uncle-nephew coaching relationship there. We got one more event and then a swim off because the guys in the 50 free had some other swims to attend to. This will be the last event of the day, the 100 breaststroke. My favorite, when my knees worked. Then there'll be 4 heats of this. Took a 102.49 to get in this year. Automatic All-American time 55.04. The consideration cut 56.27. We already have a couple guys sitting under those that we'll highlight here in some of the later heats.
Seifert's well under both of those. I've got a former athlete of mine in Heat 1, Ethan Comer in lane 4 is a senior. I just saw his brother, Brady, who swam for me, came up and said hi, so shout out to the Comers.
They just got notified we got the 100 back results. We do have a swim off, this time for second alternate. So first alternate's going to be Brody Lamos, who has a swim off coming up for the 50. The second alternate spot's going to be a swim off between Noah Carney, the senior from Ankeny, and then Hayden Brown, one of my club athletes. He's swimming for Cedar Rapids Jefferson today, so Jefferson back at this level. And both those guys posted a 53.88, so Hayden and Noah will get another swim. Brody will be sitting in that first alternate spot. It took a 53.50 to get into that B final. That was Rob Beecher, junior from Dowling Catholic. The A final, you had your 8th qualifier was a 51.75. William Fry, the senior from Dubuque Senior. Then we had a consideration cut for the second spot from Ethan Landon and a automatic All-American time, like you pointed out, just under that standard with a 54.62. Desmond Ortega, who looked relatively fast the first 50 and smoothed that second 50. So Hunter Backstroke is getting spicy here for that podium positions. Getting that state record in that event, 47.64. That,
I don't know. I think he could do it.
He might get under 48, but that's a big task to drop a full second.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, anyway, yeah, fast final. 51.75 to get in there, and we will have a swim off. Coaches are meeting right now for that second alternate. There's a tie for 18th. Noah Carney from Ankeny and Hayden Brown, the junior from Cedar Rapids Jefferson, which is another shared program. They're Cedar Rapids Jefferson and Prairie share a program.
I saw that Prairie's going to split, though.
Prairie's building a new pool, and that will be breaking off here next year. So,
yeah.
Yep. But they went after all the relays, so this was the only individual event that Hayden swam.
Oh, okay.
They got all 3 relays through tomorrow, which I think was their team goal at the beginning of the season. So hats off to Coach Charlie Hugo on that. Here comes the first heat of event 8.
State record time in this event is 53.15 from City High's Forrest Frazier in 2020. All-American time is 55.04. All-American consideration is 56.27. In lane 1 from Southeast Polk, Patil West. And 2 from Johnston, Preston Molis. And 3 from Iowa City West, Ryle Schreider. And 4 from Newton, Ethan Comer. And 5 from Atlantic, Hunter Quist. And 6 from Cedar Rapids, Washington, Todd Parker. And 7 from Marshalltown, Jacob Seaberger. And an 8 from Johnston, Ryan McFarland, Mr. Starter.
Here we go, 100 breaststroke first heat, presented by Hy-Vee, your lane assignments. Again, also your first heat coverage is provided by Farm Bureau. 4 heats comprise this event, Kettles in 1, Cohen in 2, wrong heat there. Gimmerlich West is in 1, Mollis in 2, Shriver in 3, Comer in 4, Quist in 5, Barker in 6, Serberger in 7, and McFarland in lane 8.
West is out quick in lane 1. I believe he's a foreign exchange student, is what I read in the Southeast Polk information.
Gimmerlich West. All those European guys know how to do breaststroke, right? That's the first thing they learn over in a lot of those countries before freestyle is the breaststroke.
Oh, Ethan Comer, senior from Newton, coming on strong, though, in lane 4.
Got good
ourselves
tempo.
a race.
Lane 2 also coming in there. Preston from Johnson.
Oh, I think Ethan, 101.02, a little time drop for Ethan. Nice job.
Gimmerlich West is going to hold on for second, 101.20.
Preston Mollis from Johnston looked really happy with his time in lane 2.
The other thing, when you're watching at home, there's about, I'd say 12 different ways to do this effectively, depending on the body type. And, 200 breaststrokers tend to glide a little more. The 50-100 guys tend to pop that turnover. And if you notice at home, you get a push off, you got to touch with 2 hands. You get a push off the wall, 1 dolphin kick, 1 power pull, 1 breaststroke kick, and then your next stroke, your head has to break the surface. So
very technical stroke.
Yeah, there's a dozen ways to get DQ'd on this. Here comes heat 2.
Heat 2 of the 100 breaststroke, starting in lane 1 from Waukee, Tate Kettles. Another day. And 2 from Ames Davis Cowan. And 3 from Valley Dylan Liebert. And 4 from Carol Regan Cease. And 5 from Dowling Catholic Ben Stussel. And 6 from Milwaukee Northwest, Nicholas Vignani. In 7 from Milwaukee Northwest, Blake Heffernan. And in line 8 from Cedar Falls, Grayson Easter, Mr. Starter.
Heat 2 in the pool, presented by Hy-Vee, your lane assignments. Kettles in 1, Cohen in 2, Leppert in 3, Cease in 4, Susel in 5, Signani in 6, Hefferman in 7, and Easters in lane 8. Ligon Cease from Carroll just coming in just over that All-American consideration cut last week. He's going to lead us out in a 26-3.
Good race up front, lane 4 out ahead. Look how wide his pull is. He's just creating that ability to bring those hips forward and dive. Oh, great.
And Susel here. He's also a 200 guy. He's, like you said, a little different stroke. He's using a rapid turnover here. He might get him in the last couple of strokes.
I think he did.
Yep, Ben Susel there for Dowling Catholic, 56.02. Cease is also going to drop a little time, 56.25. Both those guys under that consideration cut of 56.27 to set up the first of our circle-seeded heats.
And that's only heat 2.
Well, I think they hit their taper.
Right. And breaststroke is a touchy stroke. You can't just try to go faster or you end up spinning.
There's a domino effect if you change.
Yes, you've got to keep that feel for the water and that grip on the water.
Looks like Hefferman there, just under a minute, 59.55. That's going to be your third place swimmer out of that heat. It's Waukee Northwest. So
we need to be able to.
We're going to have
Heat 3 of the 100 breaststroke. And lane 1 from Dubuque Hempstead, Caden Stickney. And 2 from Dubuque Senior, Duncan Freund. And 3 from Waukee, Lex Lazier. And 4 from Cedar Falls, Sam Weaver. And 5 from Iowa City West, Winston Fan. In 6 from Sioux City, Max Asoff. In 7 from Spencer, Owen Van Otterloo. And in 8 from Lewis Central, Caden Brown, Mr. Starr.
your Hy-Vee lane assignments. Stickney in 1, Fruit in 2, Placer in 3, Weaver in 4, Fan in 5, Asoff in 6, Van Otterloo in 7, and Brown in lane 8. We got a couple, we got a Hall of Famer timing over here in lane 8. I just noticed that's Aiden Keene over there timing lane 8, former West High and University of Missouri swimmer. Leading them out, Sam Weaver, looking to swim out in Provo, Utah at Brigham Young University next year, 25.50, 54.7. He's got a couple 54s under his belt. He swam a 54 also out at Junior Nationals, was in the C final for that event.
He has got such a fast turnover. But Winston Fan is, he's not backing off.
Fan's going to take that heat.
He did.
55.18. Winston just down the road here from Iowa City West. I think I'll double check, but I think he was going to commit to MIT to swim there next year. Smart guy in the classroom.
I'd say he was happy with that time. Oh, fist bump, good sportsmanship. I love that.
Yeah, they race each other a lot in club.
Nice job, guys.
I've seen him talk trash, but it's good to see him, fist bump. And then Placer there, junior from Waukee, also another guy that's like around junior national. Yeah, he's got junior cuts. 56.77. So, wow, a slew of guys under that consideration cut. Two out of that heat, and then 2 out of the heat before. You got 4 guys under the consideration cut heading into the last heat. This final's going to be loaded.
Final heat of the 100 breaststroke. In lane 1 from Iowa City West, Jack Tunwall. In 2 from Cedar Falls, Brady Corley. In 3 from Waukee Northwest, Ethan Hale. In 4 from Cedar Rapids, Washington, Andrew Seifert. In 5 from Valley Catholic, Wesley Mooney. In 6 from Pleasant Valley, Carter Hatt. In 7 from Valley Catholic, Tommy Hedinger. And in 8 from Waukee, Dylan Allen. Mr. Starter.
Hy-Vee lane assignments, 4th and final heat, 100-yard breaststroke. Tunwall in 1, Corley in 2, Hales in 3, Seifert, fast qualifier in 4, Mooney in 5, Hatz in 6, Hedinger in 7, and Allen in lane 8. Now, Seifert got the 100 free record earlier today. This is his main event. I started coaching him about 2 years ago in the club scene. A little long on that turn, but out in 24.3. We're looking for a standard of 53.15 as your state record. He's already coming in under that automatic All-American cut. So
He is racing time and himself right now. He's got kind of an unusual stroke.
good dolphin kick, very powerful
but
kick.
really fast.
Yeah. Keeping his head down. Good in sweep. D1,
Oh, his cap's coming off.
There it is.
53 points. Or no, 52. 52.
6-7.
Holy buckets, another state record.
That's 2 for 2 with Andrew. Wow.
What
You're
a
right.
treat.
He double capped in the
I know.
the dome cap he was going so fast his dome cap was swimming off him. Second place in there. Looks like Mooney moving out of the 200 free into this event. He's going to get second. Another swim tomorrow. And then your Hales from Waukee Northwest is sitting there 56.25 again. State record.
The crowd goes wild.
State record by
what a
Andrew Seifert there from Cedar Rapids, Washington.
What a great treat for this crowd. I mean, there are state meets where no records fall, and we've had 3 tonight in the prelims.
And he's we got 1, 2. We had 2 more consideration cuts out of that heat along with that state record. So holy cow is our 100 breaststroke fast tomorrow.
That's
So,
right.
Congrats to Andrew. We're going to take another little break. We do have some swim-offs coming up here in the 50 free and the 100 backstroke, so stick around on the other side of the break. You are watching the Iowa High School Athletic Association 2026 State Swimming Championships here, presented by Farm Bureau and the Hy-Vee Championship Network from Iowa City, Iowa.
We're not just lighting a stadium. We're creating lasting memories. We're not just installing a mini pitch. We're empowering youth to learn and grow. We're not just retrofitting an airport. We're creating an environment where workers can feel safer. This is why, whether it's a game down the street, professional stadiums around the world, or treasured monuments and landmarks, you always know when it's must go.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
Welcome back to the CRWC here on the University of Iowa campus. This is a 2026 edition of the Boys State Swimming Championships on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. Again, Thanks to Farm Bureau, our corporate sponsor, for coming through here again this year. We have a 50 free swim off. This is for the first alternate spot. So there's a tie for 17th. So in case someone gets hurt in that A or B final, these guys would move into that B final and try to score points. One of them trains with me at a club level, and the other one posted a best time here. They both went 21.91. That's Mason Bradley from Waukee, and then Brody Lamos from Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Looking to study engineering at Iowa State, does not have a swimming.
Go Cyclones.
Does not have a swimming team there.
Unfortunately, but
if you're a D3 or smaller college and you want to give Brody a call to change his mind, feel free. But yeah, kind of a late bloomer in swimming. And then we got Dustin Rhodes, the coach of Mason Bradley here. Mason's been a pretty good sprinter. It's a senior year, or excuse me, Waukee, not Dustin Rhodes, a Waukee swimmer. Was on the team before it split. Again, that team is now Waukee and Northwest. Shelly Twig and Coach Briggs are the two coaches out in that area. They still train in the same pool, but they coach two different teams now. So Coach Briggs moved on to coach Waukee Northwest. And then Shelly Twig is a coach of Mason Bradley. Now, these two guys have raced each other club meets before. So there's no real strategy in this one, though, is there, sir?
There is not. It's do everything right. That's the strategy. Get off the blocks first, touch the wall first.
Well, I'm going to let you call this because I'm biased towards Brody.
All right, I got it.
Down and back for that alternate spot.
A little bit of an edge, lane 5 off the block. More powerful kick out of lane 4.
Brody was also second alternate, first alternate 100 back. But I think Waukee's going to get this one. That's Mason Bradley, 21.79. So he's going to drop from that first swim.
And people need to know how tough that is to come back when the meet's essentially over for the evening and then drop time.
You know, Brody, sectional level kid, just swam 100 back.
Oh my
minutes
gosh!
ago too. So
yes,
that might have gave Mason an edge. But great start, like you said, by Mason. He got one or two more dolphin kicks in and then nailed his turn. So.
Yeah,
and I counted 2 breaths on Brody. How many did Mason see here?
I don't know.
I think there was one on the way back. But yeah, good finish by both those gentlemen. I love swim-offs. You know, it's like you swim and then you got to arm wrestle for that last spot. So, mano a mano. Now we got Hunter Backstroke coming up. Hayden Brown from Cedar Rapids, Jefferson. And then Noah Carney. This is the Ankeny one. So Dustin Rhodes is his coach. Noah Carney from Ankeny. Dustin swam backstroke at the University of Iowa, was an NCAA qualifier and all conference Big Ten performer, swam in Olympic trials.
A thing or two.
Knows about them dorsal swimming. And he also coached with me, so he might have learned and unlearned some things or learned what not to do maybe. But no, I talked to Dustin a little bit before this. He's pretty hopeful. A beautiful new pool out there, that Trail Point. Aquatic Center out there in Ankeny.
That's a fast pool.
And they just started a club team last fall, so a lot of club swimming in these pools around Central Iowa, which you can tell is feeding into the quality of this meet.
I will say these guys will be feeling it in their legs.
But Hayden got to hang out all day. This is his only individual event.
Right.
He's got relay duties tomorrow, and he's decent 200 backstroker.
That should go well in his favor. Hopefully they both warm down.
Might get a little edge, but we'll see what Noah does on his underwaters too. Again, not a lot of recovery time for either one of these gentlemen. That's Brown in 4, Carney in 5.
Carney was a little quicker off the block, and you can see just a bit of separation, but a lot of race left.
The trick with Hayden is keeping him in the pool. He's also a really good voice. He does some singing and choir and some theater over there at Cedar Rapids Jefferson. But your leader, that's Carney. He's out 25-9. Brown 26-6. Brown usually picks up his tempo here this second 50. See how he gets that underwater kick.
Pretty strong lead, but
again, this is for second alternate, so these guys most likely will not be swimming tomorrow, but if needed, they'll warm up and suit up and be ready. And it's going to be Carney for Ankeny. 53-7-2. Brown 54-6-2. So Carney just under what he swam.
That's
53-88. He's going to drop a little bit more.
20 minutes ago, and
yeah.
Well, you always have a story. Hey, I got
drink a little coffee and
yeah,
and then let it
got to
rip.
swim an extra event at the state meet.
So nice swim, both those guys. I know Hayden had to taper a little bit to get in here because he didn't qualify last year, but some good racing today. We'll look for him to swim tomorrow at Jefferson on those relays and post some best times. We got some qualifiers here. I think we got breaststroke. Yes, we do. So let's announce that before we sign off. Oh, we got another tie.
Oh, no.
So I don't know. Yeah, we got another swim off coming up here for the second alternate between Davis Cohen and Tate Kettle. So we're going to take a little break. Come back, we'll have a 100 breaststroke swim off for that alternate spot and give you the 100 breaststroke finals setup. You are watching the Iowa High School Athletic Association State Swimming Championships here on KCRG 9.2, presented on the Hy-Vee Championship Network here from CRWC in Iowa City.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. And for a limited time, try the sweet heat of our new honey hot sauce. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights, only at Pizza Ranch.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. Unwelcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Excuse me, man. You dropped this.
All right, welcome back to the campus of the University of Iowa here at the CRWC Natatorium. So, this is a conclusion of the Iowa High School Athletic Association State Swimming Prelims. We'll give you the, presented again by Farm Bureau. We're going to give you the 100 breaststroke. So they canceled the swim off. They might have flipped a coin or just decided, to defer on that. But that was for the second alternate spot between Davis Cohen and Tate Kettles. They both went 1:00:49, so no swim off today. Your top 16, it took a 1:00:11, just over one minute. Here's, we look through the 100 backstroke. 1:00:11 to make it in. That was Nicholas Signani, freshman from Waukee Northwest, to get that 16th spot. Lex Placer, the junior from Waukee, will get your 8th spot in the A final. He qualified 8th with a 56.77. And then we had 6 guys get consideration cuts. There's a tie for 6 with Ethan Hales and Legan Sass. Wesley Mooney, Ben Susel, Sam Weaver, and Winston Fan all went under that consideration standard. And then your fastest qualifier, as you just saw, the automatic All-American time, state record, under 53 seconds today for Andrew Seifert of Cedar Rapids, Washington, posting a 52.67 to take down that mark from 2020 of 53.15 set by Forrest Frazier. So a couple key notes as we get ready to sign off here. We're going to look at the 100 backstroke. This is heat 3, I think, underway. So some highlights here. At a pretty quick 100 back final led by Desmond Ortega. That heat right there.
That was Ethan Landon.
Yep, local
Iowa
guy.
City, 49.37, pretty quick.
Now, Dad was a freestyler, so Ethan somehow flipped over and got a little faster than Dad. And then here's your final heat. That's Desmond Ortega out quick. And like I said, I think he's got some left.
I do too.
He's a 200 guy that comes down to the 100. So if you watch his tempo here, look at that. That's cruise control.
That's what I'm thinking.
Wow. Grabbing buckets on that catch. Very happy there with his his automatic All-American time.
Apparently lots of energy left too.
So. Now he was a nervous ball energy down at Junior Nationals when I talked to him at prelims.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to settle that down here. There's your first heat of the 100 breaststroke. You know, all these guys were hovering right around. Took a 1:02:49 to get in. There were 2 of those guys. Early leader was, like you said, foreign exchange student from Southeast Polk.
He and Ethan Comer were battling it out. Ethan Comer there in lane 4.
Right. Van Newton Sr. going to post your best time for the heat 1. 2-3 pull, 1-2 kick, and then they're up. Heat 2, the good battle between Ben Susel in lane 5 and Legan Sass of Carroll in lane 4. Legan took out some of my pool records out west. I heard that from my brother-in-law, but
don't hold it against him.
No. Take him out, man. There's been rule changes and new suits. Go ahead. Susel pretty happy with his swim there. Again, he's a good 200 guy. He can come down and finish in these sprint races that last 25. Winston Fan here, along with Sam Weaver. And this is pretty outstanding that we got 6 guys with a consideration cuts along with that All-American time, automatic All-American time and state record from Andrew Seifert.
And the top guys in this heat, they stayed kind of right around their seed times.
But, you know, like last summer, I saw a bunch of guys qualify for futures and junior nationals, and I was like, God, 100 breaststroke in the state just in the last 2 years just sped way up.
Yeah, you called it. And, of course, in this final heat, we have the new state record from Andrew Seifert.
Oh, his pullouts were
so quick.
Yeah. Now, last weekend he was looking up a little bit for those turns. Today, I think the head position was a little better. But that guy, probably between him and Alex Walton, one of the most powerful guys I've coached. Just a lot of muscle. Swam out of that dome cap, but it didn't matter because he still posted that 52.67.
We'll hope his cap stays on tomorrow.
Maybe just wear one. You know. Maybe not dome it up, but great swim there by Andrew. And we'll be looking tomorrow. I think I'm going to go home and do a set of math that I think might happen and a set of math that looks like it'll happen and a set of math that might end up happening. But I think Dubuque Hempstead is they're gonna have a tough time. They got some swims tomorrow, but a little light on the final side, so they're really gonna need some help from their relays to repeat that title. I think Linn-Mar is looking in a good position, and then your three-way state race, I think Iowa City West did some damage today too. So we're gonna look for those three teams to battle out the top spots, and then that top 10 will shift around a lot until that 500 free, because we got a lot of schools represented all the way up to the middle of the meet. But I'll take a look at prelim results here. We kind of flew through this session and try to analyze it a little bit before I go to bed, or if I wake up early tomorrow, drink some coffee. But Dubuque Hempstead looking to defend their title tomorrow. They're going to be pressed by Linn-Mar and Iowa City West. That Iowa City West program also includes Liberty.
Okay.
So Linn-Mar is young and talented, but they also got that senior leadership of Parker Machau, who set the state record today in the 100 fly, and will probably try to go after that 200 IM record.
IM record, right.
And then Wash is going to be looking, I think they're going to be possibly top 5 finish. I think they got some strong relays. And then you got the 2 swims by Andrew Seifers today with the state records in the 100 free and the 100 breast.
Wow.
But that 100 free is still going to be a battle between all 4 guys that I thought would be in it are in that final.
Right.
So,
that'll be a good one.
all right. Any final thoughts that you might have here, Sarah?
Well, we've got those 3 state records. We'll definitely be all eyes on them tomorrow. And then Finn Martin trying to defend his title, 2-time state champ in the 50 free. So we'll look for him to try to defend that tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to thank Sarah Patterson for stopping by and helping me today. She'll be doing something else tomorrow, and we'll have Ian Hoover-Grindy, the former Linn-Mar coach, will be helping me out with the final session. Again, I'm Don Spellman. You have been watching the 2026 State Swimming Championships here from Iowa City, Iowa, presented by Farm Bureau on the Hy-Vee Championship Network and on KCRG 9.2. Thanks again. See you tomorrow at noon.
Thank you.
It's the Iowa High School Athletic Association State Swimming.